in the car, and she said, "Oh, that's my ex-husband that's driving it." And found out where he lives. They went to the house and rescued the lady, found her in the closet. I can't even imagine law enforcement finding her in that condition. But they did. They rescued her, took her to the hospital. And then, meanwhile, the flock cameras that were all the way to Kentucky tracked his movements after he left the house. And that's how they arrested him the next day. And now he's basically going to die in prison. I can't remember his exact. I think it's 198 years in prison. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there are trade-offs here, and I know there are a lot of folks say we don't need any of these long-term databases. I don't know. I think it's great when it works really well in like this story, in a terrible situation. We covered a story yesterday where Wi-Fi networks can now essentially do a full 3D scan of like a whole area and track down to your gate and how you just come up on the 3D scan from your Wi-Fi network. They can see who's ever in the room. So I mean, like there's stuff that's been going on for a long, long time, much more intrusive than flock cameras. Now, is that to excuse the flock camera? No, it's just that we all, I think, need to wake up that this is bigger than the cameras are just a single database. That there's, let's say, one huge database that's been built in many different ways. So what we need to start building are, say, personal protections against all these things instead of saying ripping down cameras.
Yeah, I think there's a balance that can be met. People choose when they have a cell phone. They choose when they share their data for the most part. You don't choose to be out in public and be tracked that way. So that's one of the issues. But also, there's no expectation of privacy. And then the other side of the coin here is what we've seen happen with law enforcement officers, bad actors who are using these flock cameras to stop people, use them for non-law enforcement related issues. And I think that's a big one. And that's what Matthew Wade said too. These law enforcement agencies have got to put in strict policies. Yep. If you're caught doing this, you're going to not only lose your job, but you're going to be prosecuted if you're using these cameras in a wrong way.
I agree. I think that's a big reason people don't, or one of the reasons they're so tired of flock cameras is because now we're hearing stories about people doing personal vendettas.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, this has been long a thing in the intelligence community with surveillance means and methods where the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
And or whatever. You just want to spy on somebody. Yep. For a personal reason, and you've got the access to do it. Who's checking?
That's right.
Well, and I think it's really good. The police departments, I know Springville and Moody were two of the first that came out and said, we caught these people doing this, and now they're under investigation. I think that's admirable for those police departments to do that and make the moves. They knew that people were concerned about this, so they proactively went into their systems to see what was going on, to see if they had any violators, and they found them, and they addressed the issue. I think all police departments and sheriff's offices or whatever government entities have these need to be doing that. And, flock cameras are not only for law enforcement. There's HOAs that have them, that have them in front of their subdivisions to ensure, whoever goes in and out is tracked. And so there's really great things about flock cameras. I used to have one in my front yard when I lived in Birmingham. I didn't mind having it at the time because I didn't really know the risk that was taken. But also, I was in a area of Jefferson County that was kind of going downhill as far as crime was concerned. So I felt like it made me safe, or at least if anything happened to me, they would
some
know.
Evidence.
Maybe after the fact, yeah. I mean, they don't proactively protect you, but, they do help in investigations. We've seen evidence of that. So, I mean, it's an interesting topic, and it's just really gotten to be a big talker, which is interesting because they've been around for a while. I know they were around in 2019. So.
Well, I appreciate all your reporting across the board. And if folks want to check out your work, how can they do so, Erica?
Well, definitely head over to 1819news.com. I always say my stories are there, but also we have some incredible reporters at and several in Montgomery. So y'all can go check us out, 1819news.com. Email the whole team, news@1819news.com.
Well, appreciate it, and talk again next week. Thanks.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless. Erica Thomas, folks, and I didn't realize we didn't have the stream up and running for a good while of that.
Sorry, buddy.
That's all right.
I just saw you and me, and just
Yeah, I know.
you and me.
Like, you would think we'd have teams of people, but
No.
It's usually just me, and then you help
Yeah,
a little.
yeah. We are the team, Joey.
Yeah,
We are the team.
we're the team.
Yep.
We're supposed to be a tripod. We're only two legs.
We're only two.
But I want to mention on the stream again, Raymond Eli Cohen, founder of the Record Shop, and then of course it became Cohen's in 1988. Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. He passed away yesterday at the age of 95. So Cohen's will be closed on Friday, August 21st, tomorrow, to honor their founder, honor their father. And man, and when you read through the obituary, just go to Michael Cohen's Facebook page. You can see just how many folks, well, came from that man.
Yeah.
He was the root of quite a beautiful, growing family. So again, lift up the Cohen's family and everybody in the family in prayer, and pray for his rest.
Yeah.
His true rest. 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. That's 334-272-9228. This is part of the program brought to you by Dillon Rings. And at Dillon Rings, of course, they can help you across the board, especially with like jewelry repair.
Right.
Or spa treatments to make that jewelry that's old that you wear all the time because you love it, but it looks like you've worn it for a long, long time.
Should
all
I
the
take
time.
my ring, Joey?
I don't know if there's any improving that freaky thing. Once you get that out of a Cracker Jack box,
No, man. Timu.
okay, might as well have been a Cracker Jack box then. Meatloaf's full of crap. Ain't no Coupe de Ville lying at the bottom of a Cracker Jack. Well, there is a mood ring with an
There's a
eyeball.
mood ring, yeah.
But, unless you've got something like Eddie's wearing, they can pretty much shine it up and make it look
definitely.
brand new there at Dillon Rings. And, of course, they do custom design work. They have a great inventory of jewelry items from high-end to everyday items. And I'm looking at a custom love
saw
story
that, huh?
on the Book of Faces right now. Just
Yeah.
go to Dillon Rings on Facebook. Josh the jeweler crafting up a dual solitaire toi et moi ring. It's a 5mm old mine cut paired with a 4mm brilliant set in 14-karat white gold with a graceful bypass design. The toi et moi is you and me.
Okay.
That style dates back to 1796 when Napoleon Bonaparte proposed to Josephine, who really had that guy wrapped around her finger, with a ring that held two stones side by side, a diamond and a sapphire, symbolizing two souls coming together as one. Two souls, one ring, made right there at Dillon Rings.
Nice.
So if you want to check out, it's just another of many examples of the great custom work that they can do there that Josh Jeweler can get done at Dillon Rings. So check them out today. Just stop by 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. We'll be right back after
You're
this.
listening to Joey Clark.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Looking for insurance, or maybe you're just not satisfied with your current carrier? How does quality coverage with local service and competitive rates sound to you? The folks at Stark Agency offer just that. Whether you need insurance for your business, car, home, or life, Stark Agency can help. As an independent insurance agency with over 20 of the top insurance carriers, Stark is sure to find the perfect match for you and your loved ones. Visit their site at starkagency.com or give them a call at 334-263-5535 for a quote today.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of healthcare you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Every occasion deserves great food, amazing drinks, and an atmosphere worth remembering. Welcome to 243 South in the heart of historic downtown Prattville. From lunch and dinner to weekend brunch and happy hour, 243 South brings Southern hospitality and elevated dining together under one roof. And there's even more. The Ember Parlor is 243 South's newest addition, a rentable event space perfect for your next party, private gathering, or celebration. Plus, don't forget about 243 South's catering menu and delivery options. 243 South, come hungry and stay a while.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Wall Street opened lower after the Treasury Department said it would at least double the size of planned purchases of longer-term government debt. Yields on U.S. government bonds fell after the Treasury Department's announcement on its expanded plans for government debt buybacks. Cost-conscious Americans continue to spend, giving Walmart another strong quarterly performance. About $188 billion in revenue in the second quarter, up almost 6%. However, the discount retailer is offering a more cautious outlook going forward. Oil prices rose sharply after missile fire triggered nationwide warnings in the United Arab Emirates. The first time in weeks such an alarm had been sounded. President Trump is threatening to increase economic pressure on Iran, creating more doubts about a near-term solution to the conflict. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. 855-777-9785. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We have another very hot August day ahead of us with a high temperature in the upper 90s, but the heat index will be excessive again, 105 to 110. Lots of sunshine with a few random, widely scattered, mostly afternoon and evening storms, and many towns will get skipped. Low tonight in the mid-70s. Now, tomorrow, Friday, there'll be more random storms, but there'll be more to go around, a more generous supply on the radar. Friday's high still in the upper 90s, and I think we'll be in the middle 90s for highs both Saturday and Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The River Region's News Talk Station. News Talk 93.1, WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader. You got a lean going where you lean.
Yeah.
Turn your camera side.
My wallet, probably. I got one of them George Costanza wallets.
Yeah.
Makes my butt bigger on one side than the other.
You still doing the old man wallet thing?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
I got a receipt from 1978, Joey, just in case this battery charger goes dead. I can take it back.
Now, honestly, and I might leave me SOL at some point, I don't carry cash anymore. I don't
think as long as
carry
you're in this-
debit cards anymore.
A different generation. Me, I'll always carry cash. I just
Oh yeah, no, I know a lot of people like
yeah,
that.
just
so.
I've
Now,
been in
perhaps
situations with $100.
if I'm
saved me.
going somewhere,
Yeah.
it's not my normal routine. Yeah, probably. always
I
have
carry
some
my
cash.
pistol for that.
That too. Well, they wouldn't get cash.
Need some cash? I got my pistol.
It's what the government does. So
Exactly right.
Right. But no, I don't. I used to when I was like in high school. I
Yeah.
had the big old wallet that you put in the back pocket.
If I don't, I end up losing stuff like cards.
Then I went to like the clip.
Yeah,
like the
I
real
like the
thin
clip.
thing you keep in the front pocket. And now I've got one of these like things that sticks to the back of your phone.
I think I'm just going to get a
Carry
tattoo
like a card
of
or
my like debit card on my neck or something. And just,
Yeah.
Because
Well, you still have to carry a driver's license.
there's no way around that. You're a sovereign citizen. Tell them you're a sovereign citizen.
Yeah, I'm already on enough list from the stupid crap I've said over the years.
I'm a sovereign citizen.
I'm a sovereign citizen. Like, am I being detained, officer? Am I being detained?
One of my favorites is, and I don't know how these cops put up with it. They will have a sticker on their window, the perpetrator, and it says, "I do not consent to searches. I do not consent to questions."
Yeah.
And the cop's like, "I just need to see your driver's license. I'm a sovereign citizen."
And then you've got like a whole camera rig
Yeah.
in your passenger seat,
Yes.
your shotgun, and you're like, I'm just waiting for a police officer.
Exactly
coming."
right. Exactly.
You remember, by the way, how this sad about Tom and Christina,
Yeah.
the divorce thing?
It hurts a little bit.
Yeah. But remember when your mom's house was covering Fed smoker?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. But I mean, he had all sorts of other problems. But
Many of problems.
I can't get into the. Sometimes they'll hook you in, but
Yeah.
the like the people that go pick a problem, not just cops, but like city employees and film and stuff, just to
a
cause
lot
a
of people
problem.
like that, yeah. And I don't get that either. That's just looking for attention for the most part, I guess.
Right? It's not like you're filming anything important.
No, well,
Like
I've
if
seen
you
it-
actually did have something interesting to show us on film, cool. But if you're
could
just
be
standing
watching.
there like filming people,
Well, there's one
what
where
do
the
you
guy
do?
goes into a local PD station and he's like, "Hey, can I help you?" He's like, "Well, I'm just here filming." All right, well, we don't really want you here filming.
Are you
know?
retarded?
I mean, it was kind of going that. And it was like, well, this is a public place. Like, okay, but, we got work to do, man.
Yeah.
Go away,
Yeah, it's stuff like that. That's just anyway. And I don't know if it's going to work out, but I've stuck to no social media on my phone.
Good deal.
Now, so I got Messenger off my phone too, Facebook
Yeah, I learned that
Messenger.
today.
So if you want to get in touch with me, you actually have to know me and my number. And then I'll check Messenger, I guess, once or twice a day when I have my computer in front of me.
Who am I going to send my fun memes to now?
Oh, no. I won't get Eddie's fun memes. You still have my number. You can text me whatever you like.
Yeah, but texting is even more, a messenger is like, hey, it's casual. Texting is like, hey, I really need your attention. And I feel funny with that.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, what, really? That's how that is.
Yeah, you know.
See, but even the ones that are casual get your attention and
Oh, yeah.
distract you. I've just noticed that. So I got it all off my phone.
No, that's not a bad idea. Do you feel more productive or do you feel?
I feel quiet.
Really? Like
Much
peace?
more at peace. Yes.
I like that.
Like even when you are disciplined, you don't look at the phone.
Yeah.
Like you're always kind of, I've realized even with it off, and I have this habit of, that little portal isn't there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, I guess I'll just listen to music. Or I guess I'll just think for a second, like be quiet for a moment. Oh, there's a lot of downtime is filled with just checking random crap that doesn't matter that you
Oh, yeah,
forget
1,000%.
a second after. And maybe it upsets you or maybe it makes you happy for a moment, but then you
No matter
forget
what,
it.
you get a dopamine hit.
Like, think of all the little likes and notifications and comments you've gotten over the years on your social media, folks.
Oh, I got a lot.
How much
the
of
other
it
day,
do you
Joey.
remember? Other than, like, the ones you probably remember are the really negative stuff, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, because that's just how we're hardwired. We are,
Yeah.
say, created to notice the negative. It's sort of a way of surviving. That makes any sense?
Yeah, it is, though. It is a survival mechanism.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, because people missed it at the opening of the stream, I forgot to hit the go live button. Thank God for another beautiful day. Hopefully the show will continue to be beautiful,
You need to
especially
get
with
you,
Mitt the dog in the studio.
Need to get you a big red button over there that says "Go Live."
Yeah, that grandpa button. Mm-hmm. And Montgomery needs a new mayor.
Yes.
And the leadership for the Family Guidance Center is staying silent.
Wow.
Reports Craig Monger,
Okay.
or Monger at 1819 News. They're staying silent after the online presence of a Montgomery City and County funded anti-violence initiative was silently erased. after 2 men associated with the program were charged with drug trafficking and distribution.
But what really bothered me about that, this was a very organized type deal. They weren't just going on the corner selling drugs.
No.
They were going to prisons to make a drop. I mean,
Yeah,
they make
Fountain Correctional Facility.
Yeah, they make it out like these are street peddlers. They're
Nah,
not.
dude.
No.
There's a little more sophistication.
Very much so.
Like, it's not exactly easy to get stuff in.
No. There has
Can't
to be
just walk
many
through the door.
connections there. Right.
Right. But then, so 1819 News revealed that guy, his name's Patrick O'Neill Perry, was arrested by ADOC. Yeah, when you get arrested by ADOC, yeah, you were up to something a little different than just slinging some dope on the street with amongst friends or something. But then 1819 News yesterday revealed that Daniel Lamar Hatcher was arrested and charged with trafficking cocaine shortly beforehand, 2 weeks before this marijuana arrest. There's another guy associated with this program who was slinging cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, one of his aliases, Doo-Doo.
Doo-Doo Brown.
Doo-Doo, baby.
We need to play in that song.
And okay, both men frequently appeared on the social media page Save Our Streets MGM. It's touted itself as a social media page for the Community Violence Intervention Program, which is funded by the city and the county.
Is it, though, or is it a front for a drug operation?
I hope not.
Well, you just caught two characters in there. One of them had, what, 30 grand?
But since these two arrests, the SOS Facebook page removed all photos of the two men wearing its attire and participating in events. The CVI program website also quietly removed it. 1819 News asked Reed's office about the arrest and subsequent scrubbing of the social media page and the dissolution of the website. A spokesperson for Reed said SOS is a program under the Family Guidance Center and all inquiries should be directed to them. 1819 News made multiple attempts to contact several members of the FGC leadership for clarification on the program's future in a response to the arrest. Thus far, they have not responded to any of 1819 News' questions. The Montgomery County Commission likewise did not respond to inquiries from 1819 News. Well, they don't want to hear about this. The ubiquitous silence, says Craig Monger, makes it impossible to determine Perry and Hatcher's involvement with the program, its status, future, leadership structure, or whether those responsible for funding and administering the program will respond to the arrests. Of course, it is not a government entity.
No.
Family Guidance Council. It is a 501c3 nonprofit charity. Reported an income of over $27.5 million in its most recent IRS Form 990. What did they do for $27.5 million?
I would love to know.
Because there's a lot of great small businesses that don't have that sort of valuation.
Right. That's, wow.
You want to start a nonprofit, Eddie?
I'm down when you are, brother. Got a feeling we'll be rich.
Yeah, we know some folks. You want to donate? Tax write-off.
Tax write-off. I'm a 501c.
And what we're not going to be able to give you like a product on the front end. Now, we can sell you like a T-shirt or something.
Yeah,
You
just a
can
nominal thing, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that, but it's not, we're not in the business of like capitalism. We're more in the
in the influence business.
I think there's a lot of legit nonprofits, don't get me wrong, who do a lot of great work locally and nationally. But this has been where money goes. This is where a lot of money goes. A lot of money.
Well, your government can give this money out to them, and they do, oh, we don't know what they did with it. That's why it's such a perfect scam.
Yeah. The state of Alabama doled out nearly $9 million to them in 2026 alone through a combination of federal and state grants, as well as third-party grants administered by the state. The majority of state grants come from the Education Trust Fund, of course. Public records also show the federal government had distributed over $68.5 million in federal funding to FGC, mostly from the Department of Health and Human Services. Since 2020, FGC has received nearly $67 million in HHS grants for its Head Start and Early Head Start programs. Like, if somebody gave me $67 million over the last 6 years, I think I'd still have a lot of it.
Not if you're giving it back to the people that gave you the money.
Like, and I bet I could help a lot of kids out and still have a lot of that money.
Keep 10% and just pass the money around. I think that's what they do, Joe.
The only two listed paid employees at FGC in the Form 990 are Executive Director Yolanda Adams and CFO Debbie Pinnock.
Start locking them up.
Pinnock is not listed among FGC's leadership on its website, and Adams was among several people 1819 News attempted to contact with questions. So we still are getting silence, crickets, after two people associated with it. And, you know, maybe they just like to hang out. Maybe they're just part of all the events and stuff. They didn't have any positions of But if you're not going to answer questions, like, and you just scrub everything, make it go away.
Well, that doesn't look innocent to me, does it?
Anyway, 272-9228. That's 334-272-9222.
baby.
I would love to doge. I would love
Wouldn't
to
that be a
doge so
thing now?
much stuff.
Let's think of a law. If you get busted doing something like that, we automatically bring in the Doge team. You just automatically Doge.
You were just doged.
Yep.
I'm down with that.
Because when they get caught, usually it's so flagrant at that point that they've been just doing it so long, they're brave, they don't care, bulletproof, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Bring in the Doge team.
Bring them in. We're going to doge you.
Yep.
They're doge in Florida with Byron Donald.
I like that.
I think Tuberville wants to doge Alabama a little bit.
I'm so ready for that. You don't even know.
Well, it's not going to be the doge we want. Because you and I think, both want wrecking balls going through.
But
they're going to be more responsible.
I feel like the more they expose, though, the more likely we are. We won't ever get our wrecking ball, but the more likely we are to get a little bit closer to that.
We can try. We can hope and pray for it. This part of the program brought to you by Eclectic Coins.
Oh, yeah.
And they're at Eclectic Coins. They are ready to help you, with commemorative coins.
Yep.
With true historic coins. With just stackable gold and silver, stackable precious metals. They have a lot of great selection over there. And they can help you out. And in fact, they have a lot of free services to do appraisals, like especially estate appraisals. Say you inherited a bunch of collections, say, from Dad.
Yeah.
And it was never your thing. It was always Dad's thing. And he never taught you about it. And so, but you're holding on to this and you don't want to get ripped off somewhere.
Right.
Actually, Doug at Eclectic Coins, now, if it's a big estate, he does it by appointment, usually on Saturday.
Probably a good idea.
But he'll do that for free.
Joey,
he'll look through what you got. And he said it straight up on these airwaves the other day. It was great having Doug in studio.
Mm-hmm.
That, look, he's run a lot of different businesses. And he's got this great life. Lived all sorts of places, done great things. And he's like, you know what? They're a business, so they want to make money and would love you to stop by, but it's also about helping people out. Especially, it's a passion project for Doug over there at Eclectic Coins. And it's really cool, Eddie, the historic stuff. Like, there was one coin from, the Vatican, from the 1500s. Look, pristine. It's like to see something that survived for centuries.
I'm going to get him to check out something. My dad left me, it's a penny.
Okay.
And there's some wheat on the back. And I got a feeling that it's worth a lot of money.
It's wheat on the back?
Yeah, it's got 2 pieces of wheat on the back. I think they even refer to them as a wheat penny. I hear they're very rare.
Oh, really?
So I'm gonna
Maybe you shouldn't have said that on the radio. But, of course, Eclectic Coins, it's free appraisals, estate liquidations, coin grading services, and they have a large inventory. The best gold or best prices on gold and silver, located at 543 Northeastern Boulevard here in Montgomery. Just stop by today. Again, that's 543 Northeastern Boulevard here in Montgomery. You can always go online to eclecticcoins.com. Remember, Eclectic Coins are collectors who know. Go. Let's go to line 1.
Okay.
Here on there. Who's this?
Simpler Days.
Hey, Simpler Days.
How you doing?
Hey. In the words of that great Hillary Clinton, I don't know anything about scrubbing computers.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen, what a farce. The reason that nonprofit is involved is because they're probably the grant holder. The way the grant was written, they probably have to have a nonprofit as the lead on the grant. And they're the pass-through to the bag men. It's just...
That's a lot of money.
You just think you've heard everything. And the old saying about birds of a feather flock together.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start putting shady people together, and everybody says, "Oh, we didn't know," and then they scrub the info about it. When's the councilman going to be on the show, Joey?
It's usually the third Wednesday of the month, so whenever that is. Maybe next week, probably.
We need to ask him some questions. There needs to be a independent forensic audit of that whole operation.
Yeah.
And if any of those council people have any credibility, one of them or a group of them need to demand that. That we need. This is an embarrassment to the city of Montgomery, and to clear the air, we need for that to happen.
Agreed.
But as you say, it will continue on. It'll rock on, and it'll fall by the wayside. It'll get swept under the carpet until the next one comes along.
Yeah.
Just like this arena they're going to build.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, another day in Montgomery. And, I try not to dog the city itself too much because I want things to work. I want people to go to Biscuits games. I want people to go to the downtown bars. I want people to go do all sorts of stuff in Montgomery. But it's just, it could be better. It could be a lot better.
It could be. And it doesn't seem like we're that far away from making it that much better. Yeah.
Do you know how many people are going to be in Montgomery next week attending a national conference down at the Civic Center that we don't have? The Air Force will have a national technology conference, and they're projecting 4,000 attendees to the conference from all over, including the world, to attend this they have it, periodically. And so they keep saying that they need the Civic Center because they don't have enough space. They don't have enough people to bring in, conferences and things. So how in the world are 4,000 people going to attend this conference if they don't have enough space? I mean, it's just a lie. It's a lie they're perpetuating to try to pad the saddles of friends, associates, and other crooks.
Thank you, Joe.
The Civic Center in Huntsville is connected to a hotel. And there's a reason for that, because people don't want to get out in the weather. They want to go from the venue and then into their hotel room and go back and forth. Same way in Mobile. The new one they're building down there is going to have a hotel connected to it because people don't want to get out in the weather, and they don't want to be subject to being robbed. But the one in Montgomery is going to be an old advertiser building across the street over there. So people are going to have to leave the conference center they're building in the old advertiser building and then walk back to their hotel room. You would think they would look around and say, okay, Birmingham, the Jefferson Civic Center is built connected to a hotel. The one in Huntsville is. The one in Mobile they're going to be building is. Why are we doing ours different? But that's the way we roll in Montgomery, gentlemen.
Well, I
Y'all have a
appreciate
good
it.
day.
Thank you, Simpler Dave. But, the mayor's diagnosis of this, though, is Montgomery's always had a sky is falling scarcity mentality. And it's left us behind.
I disagree with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That ain't why we got left behind. I agree with him. We are left behind, though.
But it ain't because of
Not because of that.
Yeah, but you got to spend money to make money, folks. Yeah, but you could also spend a lot of money and not make money.
Yes, you
folks.
can. You can drive down Atlanta Highway and throw it out the roof of your car.
Anyway, we got to hit this break. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. A rise in oil prices is sending worries about inflation and bond yields higher, and that is erasing some of the relief created the day before after the U.S. Treasury Department moved to ease pressure from the bond market. Brent crude rose about 2.5% of its value in early trading this morning. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow was off close to 500 points. The NASDAQ down by 207. The national debt has surpassed a record $40 trillion. Experts say the growing debt is already affecting Americans in their daily lives by raising borrowing costs and lowering wages. Also at SRNnews.com, Russia has launched a massive nighttime aerial attack on Kiev using missiles and drones. At least 16 people have been killed in the city and surrounding areas. Ukraine's president is urging countries to send more Patriot air defense interceptors as Ukraine is struggling with a shortage of supplies. This is SRN News.
Full speed into summer, and if you're thinking about buying a home this year, here's what you need to do first. Get pre-qualified, not once you found the house, now before you even start looking. Here's why. In this market, houses sell in days, sometimes hours. The buyers who win aren't the ones with the highest offer. They're the ones already approved, ready to move, with a lender who can actually close. If you're not pre-qualified, you're a week behind. Maybe that house is gone. Well, I want to tell you about Fellowship Home Loans. For over 20 years, my friends Mike and Brian, guys that I've worked with, they've built Fellowship around one thing, getting loans done for real families with unique situations. They use programs and options that typical lenders don't take the time to explore. Down payment solutions that fit the way people actually live. Everything's done in-house, one roof, one team, all with a servant-led mentality. Get pre-qualified today. Go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G or call 800-510-MIKE. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 81938.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Mr. Electric of Montgomery. Mr. Electric, we've got the power to make things better. Visit MrElectric.com.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We have another very hot August day ahead of us with a high temperature in the upper 90s, but the heat index will be excessive again, 105 to 110. Lots of sunshine with a few random, widely scattered, mostly afternoon and evening storms, and many towns will get skipped. Low tonight in the mid-70s. Now, tomorrow, Friday, there'll be more random storms, but there'll be more to go around, a more generous supply on the radar. Friday's high still in the upper 90s, and I think we'll be in the middle 90s for highs both Saturday and Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. Montgomery police are investigating a Wednesday morning shooting that left a man seriously injured. Officers responded to the 2600 block of Poplar Street just before 3 a.m. where an unidentified male had been wounded by gunfire. The shooting victim was transported to a nearby hospital in serious condition. No further details regarding possible suspect or motive have been made available. A wild fox found near Billingsley Junction in Autauga County has tested positive for rabies. The animal was spotted acting abnormally near Highway 82. The Alabama Department of Public Health were called in to safely euthanize the fox. No humans were exposed, but state health officials are urging caution. Do not go near any animals that are behaving in a strange or abnormal manner. Legendary Motown R&B group, the Commodores, are booked to perform at the Alabama National Fair. The Commodores will take the stage at Garrett Coliseum on Saturday, October 10th. The concert begins at 7 p.m. and will be included with regular fair admission. The Commodores were formed in 1968 at Tuskegee Institute. They were later discovered by Motown founder Berry Gordy and rose to international fame. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway, and the shop's at East Chase. Now hiring.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
North side, west side, south side in Montgomery.
And east side too.
It's I-J-O-E-Y, Joey Clark. And Eddie Bader.
Welcome back. I now know another thing about Eddie. I ain't going to share it publicly, but that's pretty great.
Pretty good at it, man.
He knows a lot about me, too. We're both pathetic. We're pathetic losers.
Pretty bad
in some
right
ways.
now, I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, we both, it's like that Usher song. Like, you got it bad.
Bad.
Anyway, that's a Fun Zone classic. Back when I was spinning records at the Funnest of Zones, as they were doing that nighttime skate
How do you
on
think
Saturday.
a Fun Zone would do today in Montgomery?
Actually,
I think they would do pretty good.
Pretty good.
I think you'd need a little extra security because it's Montgomery, but I think it would do pretty good.
No, it was always a fun vibe. Always a fun time. I mean, I felt a little like I was the nightlight there.
Boss of Fun Zone.
No, it's not just I was white. They also had us like wearing these huge, like with the black lights on, neon like hoodies and stuff. Like neon yellow.
Yeah, is there any photos of that available?
No, and I looked for them. I couldn't find like old. I think
Storm
I finally
got them all, huh, Joey?
I think after a decade of being a stoner, I lost a lot of things. But yeah, no, a lot of Usher back then, a lot of Lil Jon, a lot of getting crunk at that time period. And then I love doing the old school skate on Sundays, like running those old records.
Did you run some old R&B?
Oh yeah, man. Some Al Green, some OJ, some Johnny Taylor,
Commodores.
Yeah.
Man, love some Commodores.
And then I put on one day, it sounds old school, but it was newer at the time, Musicology.
Oh,
the Musicology album.
That's a great album.
And there it is. And there was a guy who, like, older black gentleman who didn't start skating around the rink. He just looked at me, pointed, ooh, and then he started dancing in the middle of the rink with his quads on.
Yeah, why not?
I'm like, this is a great
He
Sunday.
was inspired, man.
It's a great, great Sunday. Anyway, you found finally,
Oh, yeah.
we heard some rumors before the show, wanted to wait until
Sure did.
got some confirmation on what actually happened, but it sounds like it was a pretty awful car chase.
Yes, let's see. WSFA is putting out an investigation is underway after a police chase. An officer-involved shooting left a man critically injured Thursday morning in Montgomery. Montgomery police say the incident began just around 10:20 a.m. when officers tried to stop a vehicle they said was occupied by 3 persons who were subjects of interest in an active first-degree assault investigation. The chase ended near the intersection of Birmingham Highway and West Boulevard when all 3 suspects abandoned the vehicle and ran, according to police.
Dang.
Police say one of the suspects pulled out a firearm as officers chased him on foot, and one officer fired his weapon. Faced with imminent and lethal threat, an officer discharged his service weapon in self-defense, so states the Montgomery Police Department. Suspect is identified as an adult male, was shot and sustained life-threatening injuries, and going to the hospital. Here's an idea, man. When the cops are there to pull you over, pull over.
Yeah. Well, and, I'm sorry, I don't actually believe this, but hearing that story, whatever happened to, like, you need a Dirty Harry back.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
But you know what? Just like in the Dirty Harry movies, if we ever had one, the public would love him. But he'd have that one boss at the police department. The chief would have to get rid of him because he's making everybody look bad. That's too close to vigilante justice. We can't do that here.
Yeah, I know. But it's not as much like I surely want an actual vigilante on the force or any sort of vigilante. It's more the mentality that inspires.
It's not going to tolerate it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That can inspire maybe a little respect and deterrence along with the respect. It just, and that's the thing I keep saying to myself. On big things like that.
Yeah.
And little things. Like, y'all ain't got no home training.
No.
If I could put it that way.
Well, let's be honest, Joey.
Where are your folks?
There are some folks that have taught their kids to be that way.
Yeah, I've been saying it for years,
Right.
and you looked at me all like bug-eyed,
No,
like, Joey, don't say it. But if you
it's the
follow
truth.
a stupid kid home, a kid who cannot behave, what are you going to find at home? Stupid parents who can't behave
Parents that are
themselves.
just sick of this kid that can't behave, Joey. That's what they are.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, my baby's an angel.
That's what always used to kill me, and I still see it today. And I guess as your kid, when your kid gets in trouble, you want to instantly defend them. But some of these heinous things, they're like, no, that's my baby.
Oh, and by the way, like you could say, well, why are you picking on folks in Montgomery? We could do the Penn State cocaine ring.
Man. Dude, I saw some
Pablo
more stuff about that guy
Plejkabar.
last
Did you?
night. Yes, Pablo. Yes,
Plejkabar. Yeah.
I saw that last night.
My God. Yeah, somebody said it looks like McLovin from Superbad.
There's
It
no
really
doubt he
does.
looks like McLovin.
But you better believe, because literally one of the fathers was arrested.
That's
in
what
this.
it was. A dad involved in this.
You
man.
follow some like rich, privileged white kids who are like think they're above
Yeah.
the law, like selling cocaine and just on PayPal and
Just like it was
Venmo
nothing.
and Cash App
Just
with
right
their
out in the
own
open, man.
names
Yeah.
and care, whatever. You follow them home. What are you probably going to find? Mom and dad are up to that. Sort
I
of
think
stuff.
mom and dad's got some, especially dad. I think he's got some issues there.
Yeah, mom's be like, no, he's an angel.
He's an angel.
And she pops her second Xanax
Yeah.
of the day.
And it's 9 a.m.
School bus.
Man, I just
talk about a new version of the magic bus.
Well, back in the day, though, and even my mother has admitted to this. Back in the day, Mother's Little Helper was a thing back in the 70s.
What was that back then?
Oh crap! She told me.
It was a pill.
It was a pill, but I can't remember. It was a very small pill, and I just can't think of it off the top of my tongue.
Was it like an upper or like
No, just like a mellower,
Like
like a
Valium?
Xanny, like a Xanny, but
Valium maybe.
yeah, maybe Valium.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, this whole time the DARE thing was going on, a lot of mothers were on drugs at the time and just didn't know it
Right.
because the doctor gave it to them.
Right. It's just, but a lot of folks just don't know how to behave. It's like basic common sense stuff. You're like, where's the respect? And I will say, most people do know how to behave.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But there's enough of a small amount of the population. It's not as small as it should be.
No, it's
And
only
it
getting
creates
bigger.
a lot of problems for everybody else.
But I think it's getting bigger because people are saying, well, he got away with it.
Yeah.
You know? It looks like Joey's having fun. He's not having no repercussions. I'll do the same.
Yeah. Yeah. But you think you're having a bad day?
Yeah.
You're having a bad life? I ran across a story here.
Okay, what you got?
It's from the New York Post, so keep that in mind.
All right.
Before I do the story, though, this part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health. And they're at Montgomery Men's Health. They're ready to help you fellas out if you just don't feel like a man anymore.
Yeah.
Could be you've got all the signs of low testosterone. And it's been happening to a lot of fellas. It
Sure has.
happens naturally as you age, get into your 40s, 50s, and 60s. You produce less testosterone. But it's also the case that men in their 20s and 30s are experiencing the issues of low T. It's a generational problem, really. And so if you're looking to actually get something looked into, like you just don't feel good anytime, like you're not sleeping well, you're getting fatter, like no energy to speak of,
Need a
no confidence.
3 o'clock nap every day. Yeah.
So do you know your numbers is the question. Do you know your testosterone numbers? The urologist and medical providers at Montgomery Men's Health make it easy. It's just a $99 testosterone test, and you can get your numbers in about an hour. And maybe you know you got an issue like ED. Or all sorts of other men's, say, health and wellness, including sexual wellness needs. They got a lot of solutions there that we're not even mentioning that could be uniquely what's troubling you. They've been doing this for 15 years. So it's not just like they're following the fad or the trend. Like, no, they've been helping men in Montgomery and the surrounding areas for 15 years at Montgomery Men's Health. So check them out today. You can always make an appointment at 440-3663. That's 440-3663. Or book online at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. That's Montgomery Men's Health for every man in every season of life. So anyway, you think you're having a bad day.
Yeah, what you got, bro?
Or you're having a bad life.
Had a few.
There's a fella. Well, I'll just read the headline from the New York Post.
All right.
World's smallest penis
Oh, boy.
patient claims his procedure was a big success, but he still hasn't seen the results.
Can I ask questions without getting reprimanded?
Yeah, sure. But I mean, make them somewhat clean.
Okay, I am. And just. So he got a penis enlargement, is what it sounds like. Is that what he got?
Yeah.
Okay. But it doesn't sound like he's all that happy with it, though, Joey. I mean, he's.
Well, actually, what happened is it's not fully healed yet.
Oh, okay. It's probably some swelling.
Would you like to see a picture of the guy?
Yeah, I'm going to have to look. Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, he just looks like a dude.
Oh, dude, he's just a regular dude.
He's just a dude. Like, you don't, it's not like he's got.
Just some schmo that we know,
It's
man.
not dwarfism.
No.
It's not like he looks like an elf.
just
It's
some
not.
dude.
It's just some dude.
Dang it.
Like, and he's got the big tattoo
Yeah, just
sleeve,
like a normal dude.
right? And he's just sitting there leaning on some wood. He's got the regular. Is that a Bulls? Yeah, that's a Chicago
Yeah.
Bulls hat, flat top.
Man, he looks like a regular everyday Joe.
Yeah, he's just a dude. Now here's another one of them.
Okay.
Like, you've met that dude.
Yeah, I know that guy.
You remember when you were hanging out at the Blue Iguana a lot? You met that dude there.
I might have wrestled him once or twice.
You met that guy at Bama Lanes. He looked at your girl wrong.
Might have bought him a beer.
And little did you know, he posed no threat whatsoever.
No, none whatsoever. Oh, Joey.
No, but he's like announces. He's only 38. His name is Michael Phillips.
You know how high school had to be to this guy.
Well, I wonder, when did he announce it to the world that I have the smallest penis?
He didn't play any sports in high school, I can tell you that.
He's a North Carolina man, and he claims to have the world's smallest penis. Now, I'm sure they haven't literally gone and checked.
I don't know, that you gave me a number earlier. That seemed pretty small.
But he underwent an operation. He might say, well, just get over it, man. No. And I guess they injected around. It was the thing in question.
Yeah.
0.38 inches. It's not even, inches is the wrong term. It's not even an inch.
So he was
0.38
effectively born
inch.
without.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was a 3-hour-long procedure. They administer shots on all sides of the thing. Unfortunately, Phillips won't be able to see if how it's gone until the swelling subsides. However, he ultimately deemed the procedure a success.
Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? You woke up from it.
My goodness gracious.
Oh, Joey. Is he married?
I
got $100 that says no, not married.
He's probably not married.
If he is, she's got blue hair.
He's probably not married. Though he did the great, you know how you take the shot, like when you're doing hey, update about life?
Yeah.
And you just end up taking a photo of your legs and your feet? Yeah, he said, getting ready to go in to have penile enlargement surgery for my micropenis condition. I've wanted to do this for the longest because everyone knows how horrible being this way can be. Please wish me luck and thanks for following. Hashtag surgery time. Hashtag surgery day. Hashtag micropenis.
I'd love to see his dating
Hashtag
profile.
wish me luck.
I feel
Poor
so
dude.
bad,
But there's
Joey.
actually, because everybody giggles around this stuff, there's an actual serious point of the procedure. It's not just vanity.
No, I imagine so he could use the bathroom.
Yeah, so he can actually pee
Relieve
freely.
himself. Yeah, not pee all over himself.
And he'll have to return in 6 months for yet more booster shots.
In the world we live in today.
And he had to wear diapers most of the
Yeah, I know. Sure, he had to wear diapers. But in the world we live in today, wouldn't there be something that's more attachable?
I don't know about that, Eddie Bader.
Okay.
Don't ask me things like that.
Well, we're in the 20th century.
I'm just saying, you think you're having a bad day or life isn't grand, there's all sorts of, everybody's got their cross to bear.
But if it were me, you would never know that about me. I wouldn't be out there going, look, everybody, I'm getting
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the voyeuristic, look at me.
Okay, you know as well as I do. There's going to be chicks that email him, will you marry me? Will you marry me?
Well, I'm sure some therapist is like, well, just tell the world about it and own it.
I mean, why?
Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, Joy. Hey, Daddy-O.
What up, Daddy-O?
Hey, Daddy-O, how are you?
Another day in paradise. I wouldn't consider that a success. I would look at it as being a miracle.
Divine intervention, the finger of God.
Yeah, at least he don't have to sit on the toilet to urinate anymore, possibly.
No, until he starts getting older, you just do it for comfort.
Right, or it's like midnight. You don't want to turn on a nightlight or anything.
But is that a true story, guys?
Yeah, that was the New York Post. And guys from North Carolina had the procedure done in Atlanta.
Man.
And he got an enlargement. That's what I understand you to be talking about.
Yes.
But they don't tell how big his enlargement was.
No. Well, they got to see after the swelling goes down.
But I got a feeling it ain't going to be very impressive.
Well, it might be at least functional now.
That's what we're looking for, right? We're just looking for functionality.
Right.
If I spent that money, I want them to take it on to the bank.
But you got to look at baby steps, man. Like baby steps. Like I don't have to wear diapers anymore. I'm free.
Oh, man, that would be rough.
If we wasn't on there, I have something to say.
You and me both, brother.
Bite my tongue.
You and me both, Daddy-O.
Thank you,
Hey,
Daddy.
buddy.
All right, see you, buddy.
If I spend that money. 272-9228. That's 334-272-9228.
Okay, what if he was your buddy and he comes to you like, Joey, I've been holding something back from you for years.
Yeah.
It's really on my mind, and I'm really thinking about doing something about it. And
I mean,
he just
I would
told you, flat out, I got a micro penis. Where do you go from there? Where do you go from there?
I would wonder, why do you feel the need to
Because
tell me
we're
this?
best friends, and I need your advice on should I do this, something about this. And I think I'd leave. I'd be so uncomfortable. I think I'd leave. I might come back, but I'd have to leave.
I mean, I would be like, have you talked to your doctor? Have you talked to doctors about this? Is there a reason for this?
He's 38 years old. You would hope at some point in his life he's talking. The fact that he's talking to me,
And
though, is what
like
I find
seriously,
disturbing.
folks, he just looks like a normal
He
dude.
does. He's an everyday dude.
Anyway, let's go to line one again. You're on there. Who's us?
Boys, I just never know what y'all are going to get into. And this one has got me to say, and never know what y'all are going to get into.
And then, Eddie brought up just transfer, and made me think of, what was it, Elaine Bobbitt?
That's right.
Remember?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
that's
kind of where I was going.
So I just thought, well, but again, I'm with y'all. Why are you going to tell everybody? Hey, you don't have to tell your business to everybody.
Right.
That'd be my thing.
But once you tell everybody, everybody else is going to tell everybody about it.
Yeah, but
I mean,
then when you see the guy, do you go, hey, is it better? I mean,
And he's going to wonder why everybody's looking at him when they're, when he's having a conversation.
here's the
They're not
thing.
quite making eye contact.
I think like many people out there, he's poor, so he raised $4,000 on GoFundMe to get this
only
procedure.
$4,000?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
If I would have seen his invite, I'd have given him a couple bucks, man.
He was stealing a deal then, I'm telling you. So, okay, guys, I just had to put that one in there. So keep the show going. Y'all got us rolling today, okay?
Thank you, sweetheart. I mean,
good God, man.
Okay, I got other questions, though.
I mean, sometimes you just got to own it. Like, if it's like, this is what's going on with me.
Is that an optional surgery? I mean, is there a doctor I could go to and go, hey, look, I just want to be more?
Yeah, but I think he's got a legitimate case to be made about function without going into too much detail. But like,
Why not just have the pee bag?
If you're just looking for like vanity,
I would be too embarrassed to tell the doctor, dude.
I think that.
Although you've been going to the doctor once a year for 38 years, you've had to discuss it.
Right.
Well, I bet he gets depressed when his doctors pass away.
Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's us?
Oh, this is Freebird. I was just, man, I have laughed at y'all. Good Lord. I'm glad to hear about the little boy in North Carolina. That just made my day.
There's hope for us all.
The sun is shining this day on him.
We don't have no problems. I don't. We got a lot to be thankful for.
Amen.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
God. Joey,
Yeah.
a while ago, you were saying something about was it Crime Stoppers where somebody got busted? I heard just a tail end of it. I just turned you on a few minutes ago.
No, it's not Crime Stoppers. They're a good organization,
Yes.
but it's the Family Guidance Council. And it's their group. It's the crime or the violence intervention, community violence intervention group, and two guys associated were always on their social media at their Save Our Streets events, SOS events. One guy recently got busted for smuggling marijuana into a correctional facility by ADOC, and another guy 2 weeks ago got busted for slinging cocaine.
Cocaine.
Lord have mercy. You know, a friend of mine, I'm not going to call his name. He's retired, and he worked over there for years. I mean, he probably retired probably about 20 years ago or 15 years ago. We went to school together. I tell you what, you know, that was I think it was a 501. I think it was. I don't even think they had to pay taxes
No, it's
over there.
501c, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the information. I'll let y'all get back to analyzing this penis situation.
Thanks, free brother. Yeah, y'all.
Where do you get that surgery done? Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Close by.
About a 3-hour car ride, Eddie Bader, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but on the way back, it takes more like 4 or 5. You got to go slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think life flight would...
Well, you're going to ride in a helicopter?
If we're going to do it, we're going to be a bear, baby. We're going to be a grizzly.
Do it. Do it to it like ladder flip, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
still-
if your question about, like, if you're my buddy and you disclose this to me.
I would rather disclose to my friend, I think, before I would talk to a doctor about it.
I would first take it seriously and then be like, I got to come up with a new nickname for you. Like,
it's kind of easy at that point.
Like Tootsie?
Yeah, please. Micro. Just call it Micro. It's
Micro?
a micro machine.
Is that short for microchip?
Yes.
Yes,
sure,
ma'am,
that's what it is.
That's what it is. That's why he's called Micro.
But I'm going to be this guy now. I want to know how much the improvement is.
Let's say a friend of yours lost like a foot.
Yeah.
Because of diabetes, or maybe they got like leprosy because they hung out in Florida and stuff.
Gotcha.
And they didn't get it treated. So would it be appropriate to call your friend who lost a foot hopscotch?
Hopalong.
Hopalong's a good one too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or especially if it's you, just start calling them Peg.
Used to that was okay, but
no, people frown upon that now.
Yeah, it's a different scene now with that kind of verbiage. So yeah, used to be a great song, Steely Dan, Peg.
Yeah, with Michael McDonald doing the backing
that's exactly
vocals,
right.
like he's harmonizing with himself.
Peg. Exactly right.
To you.
He's got to be careful about that song today. Great song though.
Anyway, we got to hit a break here. This part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services.
Dude, they were out at the Airbnb yesterday. Did the whole mosquito protection.
Yeah.
Which was great. I actually got to watch them do it from beginning to end this time. They take a blower. They put some, I'm sure it's some type of chemical in there. They put it up in the trees. It sprays it right up in the trees. So that's where, now I've learned their secret. Of course, that's where the mosquitoes have been hiding out. That's where they fog them out. They kill them in there. And whatever they're putting there seems to stay for about 6 weeks.
I love that.
Me too, man.
Now, of course, you can get that done because the mosquitoes are nasty, man. They
are.
They carry all sorts of diseases there. And, of course, they're an annoyance. Like, if you actually want to enjoy being outside.
You can't.
You can't. Like, it really will take away from, like, you're in nature and you're just kind of one with the place. And all of a sudden, that mosquito reminds you of the fallenness of this world.
And it's not just one. It'll usually be 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right. Or it could be something like, you know, you can get a basic pest control package. That get on as a monthly subscriber. They'll show up on a regular basis, spray around the property. But say you just have a big wasp problem.
Yeah, man.
Like they just have every year, and you try to fight them back yourself with a little can of Raid or whatever.
Have a deck or something like that, because they'll get in there and make nests like crazy.
Why not call Pest Pro and be like, hey, can y'all just come spray the whole area?
Yep.
For wasps. Make sure they don't set up house again, set up nests again. I'm sure they can take care of that for you. Of course, they can also help you. Say a little critter tries to make a home out of your crawl space or your attic or something like that. Yeah. They can take care of wildlife control. And that way, they can take care of it all, folks. And, of course, don't forget about termite inspections and year-round protection.
Right now, it's hot, it's humid. Termites are living it up, baby.
So check them out today. You can always go to ppsriverregion.com or just search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces. Very active Facebook page there, especially now with school
back in. That's right.
Check out Pest Pro on Facebook. You're going to see a lot of great stuff they highlight when it comes, especially to local athletics. And, of course, you can always call them direct. Become part of the team there at Pest Pro. 265-9990. That's 265-9990. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. When you want to know,
call a pro, Joey.
Pest Pro Services. We will be right back after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
This is your roving reporter, and today I'm talking with a political activist.
That's right, man.
And could you please explain to us your red cap with the letters MMRGA?
Yeah, man, this is my MARGA hat.
MARGA?
Yeah, man, that stands for Make My Retirement Great Again.
I see.
And to do that, what you need to do is call David Ernest,
the asset preservationist.
That's right, man. You can call David at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
And I understand that's a toll-free number.
Yeah, man. Get David Ernest on the case, and your retirement will be great again.
And you make these hats?
I do. Here's a whole pile left from the last administration.
And they say CPWABD.
Yeah, man. Corn Pop was a bad dude.
And as you said, there's a whole pile here.
Well, there wasn't much demand.
I can dig it.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values. This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
From weddings and concerts to cookouts and construction sites, TT Porta Toilets has been serving Central Alabama for over 30 years. Whether you need standard portable toilets with wash stations or upscale restroom trailers for special events, the Tierce family has the right solution for every occasion. So when you're planning your next big event or project, make it easy on yourself. Call 285-5513 or visit ttportatoilet.com. TT Porta Toilets. Clean, convenient, dependable.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We have another very hot August day ahead of us with a high temperature in the upper 90s, but the heat index will be excessive again, 105 to 110. Lots of sunshine with a few random, widely scattered, mostly afternoon and evening storms, and many towns will get skipped. Low tonight in the mid-70s. Now, tomorrow, Friday, there'll be more random storms, but there'll be more to go around, a more generous supply on the radar. Friday's high still in the upper 90s, and I think we'll be in the middle 90s for highs both Saturday and Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Back to school shopping starts now, and ASC Credit Union has you covered. Our back to school loan helps you pay for supplies, laptops, clothes, and more. Stop by your local ASC branch or apply today at yourasccu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Live local talk. The River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Vedder in the studio, and Mitt the dog
here.
hanging out with us.
Yeah, he is. It's the last day with me. He's going to my mom's today.
He can always come hang out.
I know. He's just a chill dog, man.
He's
Just
great,
chill.
man. He's pretty great. You know what's not chill?
What's that?
Our debt.
Ooh, did we break a new record today?
$40 trillion. Here's Donald Trump when he first ran for president talking about the debt.
Okay.
We really do have to get going. Because if we have another 3 or 4 years, we're at 18 trillion now. We're soon going to be at 20 trillion. According to the economists, who I'm not big believers in, but nevertheless, this is what they're saying, that 24 trillion, we're very close. That's the point of no return. $24 trillion. We will be there soon. That's when we become Greece. That's when we become a country that's unsalvageable. And we're going to be there very soon. We're going to be there very soon. Because we really
We're going to be there very soon. We're going to be there very soon.
Here
We're
we
now
are.
past 40.
Yeah, well, here we are, Joey.
40 trillion. And there's a lot of other things going on, say, in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So the Trump administration Treasury Department, Scott Bessent, has become increasingly interventionist in its efforts to bend the forces of global markets to lower the cost of living in the U.S., but it's finding the success is not coming easily. The assertiveness comes as the U.S. gross national debt topped $40 trillion on Wednesday, a milestone driven largely by growing interest payments to investors who hold government debt. I believe it was something where it's like $1.5 trillion on just interest payments alone.
Just the interest.
More than the Pentagon, though they want to go to $1.5 trillion. Because we have to be still the world's policeman, even though we all agreed that we're doing too
We're not
much.
doing that no more, right?
But we're still doing it.
100%.
High interest rates and elevated prices have combined to sour views of voters on President Trump's handling of the economy. By the way, there's a new Emerson poll out. Did y'all see this? Democrats are +8 on the generic ballot.
I just don't see that.
Now, that's the generic ballot, and it doesn't matter whose names are actually
Right.
on the ballot. But still, this is a sign
Yeah.
that Trump is, well, he's kind of been lower since earlier this year, and then the Iran war. It's been
Has
tough to
not
get.
helped.
Been tough to get back overhead. But this week, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent made a surprising move to calm the jittery bond market. He announced that the Treasury Department would be doubling the amount of government debt it is permitted to buy back from investors. The increase was intended to limit the rise of long-term government bond yields as a way to contain borrowing cost. Part of this is signaling and to show that we believe that yields don't reflect the underlying fundamentals, Mr. Bessent said in an interview today on CNBC. We actually have that whole interview we could go to in a second. Explaining that he is willing to expand the buyback program, Mr. Bessent argued that investors are misreading the market. We are trying to keep the market in equilibrium, Mr. Bessent added. Those yields, which represent what investors are demanding to be paid in order to buy bonds. So as a bond value goes down, the yield goes up. The yields, which move inversely to bond prices, I just said, dipped after Mr. Bessent's announcement on Wednesday. By Thursday, yields were again rising, underscoring the challenge of such interventions given the fundamental issues that are making bond investors jittery. Mr. Bessent has been trying other approaches to push down borrowing costs. The Treasury Department has been issuing more short-term bills that mature in less than a year to help keep interest rates lower. So if you think at the what exactly are they doing? Because they're not, in this case, this is not QE yet. Like, truly, the Federal Reserve creating money out of thin air and buying stuff with that money they just create out of thin air. The Treasury isn't creating money. The Federal Reserve can create new reserves and buy like 100 billion treasuries. That's quantitative easing, as they call it, or monetizing the debt. Treasury cannot do that. If Treasury buys back debt, it ultimately still has to finance government operations elsewhere, and that produces an interesting strategy. So Treasury buys $4 billion of 25-year bonds and finances the government's overall needs to cover. Okay, so they just bought that. They still have to finance what the government needs.
Right.
So they buy $4 billion worth of 25-year bonds, and then they finance the government's overall needs with 3-month bills, 1-year bills, and 5-year notes. So you're essentially moving the risk.
Yep.
It's effectively moved borrowing pressure from the long end to the short end.
Mm-hmm.
So Treasury hasn't made the debt disappear. It has changed who bears the duration risk and when Washington has to refinance it. Essentially, the government's saying, we don't like the price the market is demanding from us for 20, 30-year money. Let's reduce the amount of duration the private market has to absorb. Now, this is not Bessent's first intervention. This month, he made a rare intervention in currency markets to prop up the weakening yen. The purchases of the Japanese currency were intended to help Japan avoid selling its holdings of U.S. treasuries to boost the yen's value. Such a move would have further flooded the market with treasuries, which would have pushed up yields as supply overwhelmed demand. I think it's both economic and political, said Nellie Liang, who served as Undersecretary for Domestic Finance at the Treasury Department in the Biden administration. They think these higher rates are a problem. Yeah, no kidding. Well, and I believe which one is the 20-year that really affects mortgages? Yep. Yeah. And so after this announcement that we're going to do this, yields came down. But then today, they came roaring back. And so you got to wonder, okay, what's the story here? Story A is smart debt management. Bond markets temporarily got disorderly. Oil's jumped up crazy. Investors are becoming nervous. So Scott Bessent is like, yeah, let's bring this back down. Especially all these short players. Right. Let's get them out of here. And then eventually it's going to be brilliant if inflation cools even more, oil comes back down, the Fed lowers interest rates, long-term yields decline naturally. Bessent will look pretty and clever. Yeah. That happens. Or here's your darker interpretation. The market is telling Washington that its fiscal policy requires a 5.3, 5.5, maybe 6% long-term interest rate. And Washington doesn't like that answer because, again, just in debt service, we're paying $1.5 trillion a year. So Washington begins manipulating the maturity structure of federal borrowing to keep the long rate down, which is, by the way, really dishonest. Like, if you're going to finance something that you expect to be like a 30-year project, you probably want, say, a 30-year note. But instead you realize, oh, that's too expensive, so we'll just do short-term. And it's still a 30-year project, but you're doing it every 3 months. Yep. And it's just...
The cost of that would be dramatic as well. The cost that would cost you just to keep doing that every 3 months, stop and do. It's just have a long-term plan.
So we'll see. I mean, this game will be played out, and are we near the end of the road? But suppose oil stays around $95 or goes to $110 a barrel. Inflation expectations rise. The deficit stays enormous. Foreign buyers want more compensation for holding dollars. And the 30-year goes from 5.3 to 5.5 to 5.7. The Treasury Department then faces an unpleasant choice. They say, fine, that's the market price. Then mortgages, corporate borrowing, and federal interest expense and equity valuations take the hit. But if it says now we'll increase the buybacks again, markets have learned something much bigger. There is really some sort of like unsaid, unofficial ceiling. Folks might be calling the Bessent put. And the Fed right now is actually trying to shrink their balance sheet. They have a balance sheet of $6.8 trillion. And this new guy, Warsh, has been very skeptical of quantitative easing.
I don't like the idea of it.
So it's tight right now. And it's really, this war is one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Uncertainty.
Absolutely one of the biggest things that's the problem.
And there was a plan today that we're going to hit them economically.
Now, there's more on that, like the secret routes that the Trump administration's been able to do, where they're moving a lot of oil through the Strait of Hormuz, 10 million barrels per day. Actually, it was Axios who reported this. U.S. establishes clandestine shipping lanes through Hormuz.
Then why am I paying out the nose?
And Trump announced the D-Day of economic consequences for Iran. So we can get into all that aspect of this. But when you just look at the money, we're in a tough spot. And as much as I don't second-guess, say, the intelligence and the cleverness of somebody like Scott Bessent, even the smartest or cleverest fella, like when you're at the helm of a world economy, you're at the heart of the world economy in the U.S. Treasury Department, there's only so much you can do given the facts on the ground. If they are this bleak and we are bleeding this much money, it's why I was thinking to myself, this reminds me like the end of Goodfellas. Like it's just going faster and faster
more out of control.
and faster and faster. Like we're cocaine addicts. Because the system's depending on ever cheaper money, ever larger deficits, at ever faster policy. And it's not just Trump. Obama complained about the debt and deficit. Trump complained about the deficits. Biden complained about, and here we are. Here we are. Again, that clip I played just to open this segment, Trump was complaining about debt, saying we're at 18, we're about to pass 24. Today, this week, yesterday, we've passed $40 trillion.
Yep.
It's crazy. I mean, it makes you wonder, is the helicopter watching you? Are you being surveilled? Are your phone's bugged?
Where's the money going?
Where is all this money going? Who can you trust? Yeah, it's almost like the government is a gang of thieves writ large.
Yes, they are, Joe.
And
Yes, they
sometimes
with guns,
the gangs get overextended. Anyway, 272-9228. That's 334-272-9228. This part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson of the Goodson Group. And they're the Goodson Group. Bo and his team are ready to help you with buying or selling property here in the Montgomery and surrounding areas. Bo's been working in the River Region real estate market for about half a century now. And not only can he help you with buying and selling, say, a house or land, at the Goodson Group, they can also help you out with managing a property that you want to turn into a rental. Or maybe you've been managing it yourself, and you know what? You're tired of doing it yourself. Why not have, for a reasonable fee, the Goodson Group manage that rental for you? Or it could be you've never done it, and you need an experienced team like the Goodson Group. So again, whether it's buying, selling, or having property managed, check out the Goodson Group today. You can always go to thegoodsongroup.com or give them a call at 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group, great sponsor here of the program.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Maybe you're doing well in sales, but you're ready for something bigger. At Blue Water Broadcasting, you'll help local businesses grow with customized marketing campaigns that combine the reach of 7 radio stations with powerful digital solutions. We're looking for someone who enjoys meeting people, earning their trust, and delivering results. If you're driven, professional, and ready to build a career, not just another sales job, we should talk. Visit BlueWaterBroadcasting.com and send me your resume today. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
Tired of spending your weekends fighting weeds, patchy grass, and a mower that never starts? Mosley Lawn Pros is the solution. They handle residential and commercial lawn maintenance, landscaping, cleanups, and property care so you don't have to. They show up on time, do the job right, and leave your lawn looking sharp every time. Stop stressing over your yard and start loving it. When it comes to your lawn, call the crew your neighbors and local businesses trust. One call, one crew, problem solved. Mosley Lawn Pros, built on hard work, driven by quality. Find them today on Facebook or Google.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
This is how you conduct yourself in a democracy?
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Crawdad. Hey, Crawdad, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I was listening. We were talking about a moment ago about buying some bonds from Japan, and it made me remember something. You could help me understand better what happened some years ago. There was a buying of Mexican bonds. They call it Tesabonos. I wanted to see if this somehow is in the same type of relation of what we're doing now with buying Japanese bonds. Tesabonos, could you find that for me and tell me what year that was? What were we buying as far as dollar value at that time? And did it have something in relation to Mexican production of oil? If you would please check on that, tell me the year and roughly what that had to do with Tesabonos.
Tesabonos?
Yes, that was the name of it at the time frame. It was Tesabonos, and I don't know how much it was. I needed to learn more about that, but I think it had
Well, I know
something.
in Greenspan did like a big thing in, I think, the early 90s. But, I mean, it wasn't that they bought Japanese bonds here recently. They bought yen. They bought the currency, not the bonds.
Yes, that's why I'm trying to understand what we were doing with Mexico at the time. And I just remembered the name of it was Tesabonos.
Mexico was in 95. This was under Greenspan at the Fed. Peso collapses, plus Mexico couldn't refinance the dollar debt. So the U.S. supplied dollar liquidity through swaps and credit. They get the dollars they needed to meet their obligations, and they prevent default. Mexico was essentially much closer to a bailout. The Japanese operation was closer to where you're joining your central bank and leaning against the currency market that's all screwed up.
So when we were helping back then, you said it was 95, and we were helping Mexico.
Yeah.
That was the word Tesabonos that stuck in my head. That's still something I can go read more about at that time, 95, is that right?
I believe so. And I don't know, but if Tesabonos is right, I can, I'll search for it and see if we're on to something here.
That's what I was wondering, because, you know, we've been trying a long time for things south of our border. We've been trying a long time, help countries maintain their economies there.
Right.
Even if we did just straight up helping to keep them boosted up so that they didn't fall and fail, but something didn't work and everybody keeps coming here and then sending money back down there. That's what I'm going to was. So now you clarified about what.
Yeah, and so Tesabonos those were short-term Mexican government bonds whose repayment was indexed in the U.S. dollar. The Mexican government by 1994 had roughly $30 billion Tesabonos coming due in 95, while its dollar reserves had fallen to around $10 billion. So they're $20 billion short. And thus the U.S. stepped in.
Mm-hmm.
That helps understand better because we're the bad guy, you know. from that previous president, whose name I won't even speak. That guy goes out of our country speaking somewhere else, talking bad about us, but the United States has picked up the slack so many times in so many other places.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to stop because that's us. We're number one. Make America great again.
There you go.
Just
So-
give us another little bump and everything will be all right, right?
See, I learn things when I listen to this radio station. Thank you so much.
Appreciate
No problem,
you, Crawdaddy.
Crawdaddy. Take care, buddy.
Yeah, we can talk about micropenises and interventions in the Treasury market. 272-9228. This entire hour brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage.
Oh, yes.
And there at Alabama Home Mortgage, what you need to do is not freak out about national, international financial headlines.
Agreed.
Or whatever the politicians are spinning up when it comes to the economy. Because you can paint a rosy picture or you can paint a very dark, cloudy future.
Sure.
Instead, what you need to do is think about your own situation, your own economy, your own hearth and home, so to speak. And they're at Alabama Home Mortgage. They can help you think through that. And it could just begin with a conversation, begin with a phone call. It's not like you got to buy tomorrow. It's not like you got to refinance tomorrow.
No, but you can start collecting information.
Yes. And instead of going online and finding a bunch of stuff that's going to be generic, that doesn't fit you, often
Not
it's
honest,
stuff
yeah.
trying to just sell you.
Right.
Instead, get with a great local company that's trusted, that's helped out so many folks buy and refinance their home. And that's Alabama Home Mortgage. And especially if you're a veteran, the VA system, parts of it are definitely broken.
Oh, yeah.
But the VA mortgage is not. Especially veterans, it could be a rosy time for you to refinance using these programs, these benefits you earned through your service, or to buy a place. So check out Alabama Home Mortgage today. You can always just start the conversation. Understand what you can do with all that equity built up in your home. How much home can you afford if you go out on the market and buy it? Just call them at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender. We'll be right back. Final hour coming up.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Federal agents have seized electronic devices from former Representative Eric Swalwell and searched his Washington home as part of an investigation into allegations of sexual misconduct by the ex-Democratic congressman from California. That's according to a person familiar with the matter. Swalwell's devices seized at the San Francisco airport on Saturday. Federal agents searched his home a day later. The national debt has surpassed a record of $40 trillion. Experts say the growing debt is already impacting Americans by raising the cost of borrowing money and lowering wages for many workers. It was a rise in oil prices that got things off on the wrong foot today on Wall Street. Right now, taking a look at the major indexes, it is the Dow Jones Industrial Average off by 604 points. The high-tech NASDAQ down 274, and the S&P 500 struggling. It's down by 53. This is SRN News.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Christian Healthcare Ministries is not another health insurance policy. If you're tired of year-long contracts and pointless restrictions, CHM offers anytime enrollment on your schedule and at your convenience. With CHM, you're paying half the cost of a traditional health insurance plan. So that puts more money back into your budget for everyday needs. Plus, you'll have access to CHM's care solutions for virtual appointments, prescription savings, surgery support, and more. My family and I joined in 2018, and it's changed our lives for the better. We love paying way less while helping other believers afford their medical bills. Take the leap of faith and see why Christians across the nation are better with CHM.
Get started by calling 1-833-JOIN-CHM and use promo code WELLNESS for a 50% credit towards your first month. That's 1-833-JOIN-CHM and use promo code WELLNESS.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We have another very hot August day ahead of us with a high temperature in the upper 90s, but the heat index will be excessive again, 105 to 110. Lots of sunshine with a few random, widely scattered, mostly afternoon and evening storms, and many towns will get skipped. Low tonight in the mid-70s. Now, tomorrow, Friday, there'll be more random storms, but there'll be more to go around, a more generous supply on the radar. Friday's high still in the upper 90s, and I think we'll be in the middle 90s for highs both Saturday and Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
1819 News.
Attorneys for the Southern Poverty Law Center were in federal court this past Wednesday regarding the charges against that organization from the U.S. Department of Justice. The SPLC asked the judge to expand the jury pool for its upcoming trial. They did so due to the pretrial publicity that has been surrounding this case. The expanded jury pool will allow the attorneys more options in screening for bias or conflicts of interest. The SPLC attorneys also provided questions to the court that they would like jurors to be asked from the start regarding their prior knowledge and opinion of the SPLC. The trial will be held in Montgomery this coming October. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Mark your calendar for November 6th. The Albert Patterson Gala returns to the Barber Motorsports Museum featuring United States Senator Tommy Tuberville. We've sold out 2 years running and tables are already filling for 2026. If you believe in a thriving Alabama built on truth, courage, and accountability, this is your night. Don't miss your chance. Visit 1819news.com/gala. That's 1819news.com/gala to get your table today.
14 people have been arrested in Jefferson County as part of a 5-day sting operation to fight sexual exploitation of children. Those arrested are now being charged with electronic solicitation of a child and traveling to meet a child for an unlawful sex act. This operation was done in conjunction with several other local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies. A recall has now been issued by the Food and Drug Administration on frozen mixed berries that are sold at Publix grocery stores in 8 states in the Southeast, including Alabama. The mixed frozen berries are in bags with the GreenWise label. The recall has to do with E. coli contamination. There are reports of 12 cases of illness caused by these berries. 4 people have been hospitalized. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Some roofing companies pop up, put up a few signs, then disappear fast. Capital City Roofing has led the way in Central Alabama roofing for more than 20 years, with proven experience leading roofing brands, innovative solutions, and exceptional customer service, all while going the extra mile to get your roof just right.
I'm owner Robbie Pelt. We're not here for one storm or one job. We're here to build relationships that last.
Call 334-277-3311 or visit CapitalCityRoofing.com. Capital City Roofing. Roofs built right, relationships built to last.
Hear that? That's Alka-Seltzer, the sound of fast heartburn relief. Because when heartburn hits, you want something that works fast. Quick! Alka-Seltzer. Alka-Seltzer effervescent tablets start neutralizing stomach acid in seconds. So nothing works faster for heartburn relief. Next time when that burning feeling comes on strong, don't wait. Quick! Alka-Seltzer. Try Alka-Seltzer. Use as directed.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Listening to Joey Clark. And his old pal, Mr. Bader. It's Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Now, after all that economics talk, I actually want to hear it from the man himself.
Okay.
Excuse me, pardon me. This is Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. He was on with CNBC earlier today as all this is going on. All these moves are going on. So let's hear what the man had to say for himself.
Sarah, good morning. Good to see you.
So talk us through what you were trying to do here by announcing the increased size of the buybacks.
Yeah, we're trying to signal that we think that this is a thinly traded area of the market, that we're in August, and there's been a lot of corporate issuance that's influenced the market. And we believe that there are many underlying factors that the market is not looking at, and we are going to make a market in these. We routinely do buybacks, and we're going to increase the size of the buyback. And Sarah, I would note that it could be more than the $4 billion per issue.
Yeah, I was going to ask how big this could get. If the signal here is that you're not happy with the direction of yields, they've gone back the other way. We've erased most of the Treasury rally that you got yesterday with that big surprise. So how much more are you willing to do?
Well, again, we have a big toolkit, so we'll see. And part of it is signaling here and to show that we believe that the yields don't reflect the underlying fundamentals. This Iran conflict, we will get on the other side of this. We don't know when, and we can talk about the economic measures we're going to be taking against Iran in a minute.
Sure.
We believe that the liquidity, especially in the 30-year point, is very poor. And we are, in the administration, we are announcing probably at the end of this week, beginning of next week, an increased focus on fiscal consolidation. And it's coming from President Trump. Russ Vought and myself will be examining both on the revenue side and the cost side what we can do.
Yeah, because that's where I was going to go and where a lot of the analysis is focused, as you know, Mr. Secretary, which is, strong signal from the administration on the buybacks, but, the fundamentals are ultimately what is going to prevail here in the bond market. And the fundamentals are hard to ignore when it comes to the size of our debt, with public debt increasing to now $40 trillion.
Yeah, I mean, look, Sarah, there's nothing magic about the 40 trillion number, and we can grow our way out of that. So, but what we do want to signal is I think that there's been a lot of misinformation in terms of what's going on with the deficit, what's going on with the deficit to GDP. We actually had a fiscal consolidation for the calendar year 2025. We were at about 5.7% of GDP. And one of the things that's temporary here that's influencing the deficit has been these tariff refunds. And we won't have to do that again. And the Ambassador Greer, through the 301 process, is re-implementing the same level of tariffs. And I would expect that our 2026 tariff income is going to be roughly what it was in 25. And we're going to be able to keep that in terms of the budget consolidation. The other big item in the budget that we're seeing is the hit that we're taking from to revenues for the immediate expensing of factories and of equipment and farm structures. And I think that if people sit back and think that's not government spending, that is actually an investment in the future, and we're increasing the tax base. And that is what measures the wealth of a nation, is the ability to increase after-tax return on capital. So we're pulling back think of it as pulling back the slingshot here. We have a lot of potential energy that will turn into kinetic energy during this year, next year, as these factories come online.
So, I don't know. My first takeaway from that first part of it is he's essentially saying all these folks that are playing in the market are wrong. Like, y'all aren't looking at, like, all this private investment coming back. You aren't looking at how primed we are to actually grow our way out of this. The $40 trillion number is big, but actually we're, in relative terms, getting in a better position where, yes, the government side doesn't look great, but if you look at what's happening with the reshoring of factories and the reshoring of a lot of investment, and you take into account the big Supreme Court ruling that hit tariff revenues, then you are actually looking at something that the markets for the short term aren't taking into account. And, thinking through, just listening to them, the news comes in this daily cycle. And I'm sorry, Treasury Secretary Bessent is not thinking in terms of daily news cycle.
I don't want him to think in terms of daily news cycle.
So who cares that after he made that announcement, the yields went back up and they're testing him and stuff? No, it's more like this is just a signal for the long run, guys.
Right.
Like, we're not going to do some crazy, back up the truck blank check program.
But that's what a lot of people want.
But we're also not going to let, let's say, a few major corporate players, you heard him say that, these certain corporate, we're not going to let a few major corporate players set and dictate the terms of the entire U.S. economy.
Which I agree is a very wise idea. Catch it early, too.
The problem is, though, we do need to grow out of it. His big theory has always been, see, I was more the Doge guy. I was more the Elon guy. I still am. I think Javier Milei did it in Argentina. We needed to do
I agree.
The no pain, no gain plan.
Yep. I agree.
We needed a hardcore wrecking ball, doging everything, massive cuts quickly, swiftly, and then grow out of it. What I thought. Instead, they went the route of, we can do some efficiency and we can cut some things, but it pissed everybody off. I'm like, so wait, you pissed everybody off, but you didn't actually accomplish reducing debts and deficits. So you just pissed them off for no reason?
Yeah, at the end of the day, yes.
But the idea was, no, we don't have to cut, we can grow our way out of it. So we just bring the deficit somewhat into range, and then we prime the economy to get more private investment, and that's what the trade and tariff strategy is going to do. Then what you'll see is this big economic boom. Problem is the war has complicated this.
Very much so.
And driven up oil prices and driven up. So in the short term, you get all this scare of like inflation staying and oil prices, energy prices are high.
Short term, but how long have we been fighting this 2-week war?
Exactly. By the way, Trump said last night, I believe, on Truth Social, he is describing it as a new economic D-Day against Iran, declaring that his total economic war against Tehran will be the most crushing economic operation ever taken against any country. Trump said, that was in all caps, that's why I said it that way. Trump said that with Tehran's military and military-industrial base reduced to now rubble and its currency worthless, he will unleash severe economic consequences against any country that allows its financial institutions, businesses, airports, or government entities to provide any type of lifeline to Iran. Oh, fascinating. Now, on Thursday, the foreign minister of Iran said on X that this is designed to distract from Washington's unprecedented debt and surging interest costs. We were just covering, and said the new economic measures will bring further defeat to the U.S. He added that U.S. economic terrorism threatens the global economy and sovereignty worldwide. Now, I'm sorry, but the foreign minister sounds like he's bluffing. I would rather be in Scott Bessent's chair than the foreign minister of Iran's chair.
I know this is kind of before you were pretty young, but during the Iraq War, Saturday Night Live used to do a skit. It'd be Bill Clinton, it would be Saddam Hussein, and I forget usually one other, maybe vice president there. And they were all talk about the scheme that's going on. That, they hate me. That's all. Whenever I see these people come out and I'm the spokesman for the Iran Shah or for this person or that person, I just imagine some dude that's got a gun to his head. You can't see the gun, but he's just telling them exactly what he's been told to do.
And I think in a second here, Bessent's going to get to the Iran plan. See if I can
So
find
do you think
it.
we've seen peak deficit during this administration?
I think a very, very good chance we have.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a good sign. Yeah, we'll grow. And this is the thing the Trump people keep saying, and it's not
happening
American
yet,
people
though.
aren't buying it because it's not happening yet.
It's not happening. We are primed up. I mean, in my world, I see it every day. It's a lot of business. I see it every day. We are primed up, but we don't have that strike yet.
Yeah. Here, let me see if I can find the actual part I want.
Target or trim the balance sheet, as he said, that would work against what you guys are trying to do here with long-term rates.
Okay, yeah, they're still on that because it's CNBC. Okay, here we go. We got Bessent on the Iran war. Let's listen in.
What if they have to raise interest rates? Wouldn't that be problematic?
That has nothing to do with the decision that I announced this week on the buybacks.
Okay, but inflation, you mentioned oil and Iran, and I do wonder how much, it's hard to fight it. Right now we have Brent back to 94, and that's putting pressure on bonds with yields higher, the inflationary outlook because of oil. I mean, we thought it was going to be temporary, but now we're, almost 6 months out here into this war.
Well,
It's almost like what we just said.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hear what the Treasury Secretary's got to say for himself.
Again, this is headline inflation. What we're seeing in core inflation, both in goods and services, is down, and that's what matters. We're seeing the wage increase, especially in a lot of the hospitality sectors, come down. We are seeing the bottom 25% of Americans get good wage increases, but that's being contrasted by the top earners. So the wage inflation has come down, and the core inflation is down. We had the biggest decrease in pharma prices, I think, in history since we've been measuring the sequence. So, like the underlying factors, other than energy, and there is no, we aren't seeing anything that says that the second order effects are spilling over into core inflation. As a matter of fact, in the past weeks, we are seeing like the 5-year, and any inflation markers is telling us that inflation is going to be lower in the future.
So that raises the question about what happens next in Iran. And you mentioned the president last night said that there's more economic.
It does, because that's the problem. And if there's any political problem, it's that damn war still going on. Mm-hmm. And as much as say, well, if there's not a bunch of bombs going off, then people won't notice. No, people are going to notice. Filled up at the gas pump today.
Gas pump. $40 for that little Hyundai. You saw that.
That's crazy.
11.5 gallons.
Crazy.
And it takes just 87. My wife's car, it's a nicer car, so it takes 90 or 93 or whatever. I mean,
so that's, if you want a lot of these economic headlines and a lot of these negative political lines and shots being taken to go away.
Yeah.
You thought you could get in and get out real quick with this war, Mr. President. Let's do it.
The other part of that, though, 10% of the oil goes through there.
Yeah.
And I know it's a world market and that kind of crap. 10% goes through there. Why are we all paying a price? But I do like what he did the other day. He called out South Korea.
Yeah, he did.
I like that the other day.
But on the question of global shipping flows through the Strait, much remains to be seen. But there's an Axios report issued yesterday that said the Pentagon has successfully established a stealth corridor in and out of the Strait. Now, a lot of folks are saying we're awaiting verification. These are untested claims. But under the operation, which has been underway for the last several weeks, 15 to 20 tankers have entered and exited the Strait each night through a southern channel along the coast of Oman. About 10 million barrels of oil a day, roughly half the pre-war volume,
so 5%
are being transported out of the Strait and injected into the global energy market, the official said. If this is the case, then it's likely to lead to further rounds of war, given Iran is unlikely to sit back and allow the corridor to run smoothly. With what? With what? And this is part of where, again, the Trump administration is losing the PR battle. Mm-hmm. But with what is Iran going to stop that?
Like, at this point, desperation. Just rockets, whatever they can give them. And there was a story the other day about Chinese supplying some rockets. That wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah. Anyway. Here, let's go to Besson.
Okay.
What does he got to say about this economic D-Day?
Pressure coming on Iran. I know you're heavily involved in this and executing this. What can we expect here?
Yeah, you're going to expect, I'll be holding a press conference on Monday to talk about exactly what we're going to do. And again, we have asymmetric information, and I'm not sure why oil has popped up on this, because this, for now, and it is at the president's discretion. If we are doing the maximum economic pressure, then that means that likely there will not be a large-scale kinetic restart. But I would emphasize that is for now. And look, we do have control of the Strait. You would have seen media reports that large amounts of energy are getting out. And I think that we can continue doing that in the southern lane, and that I think oil markets are misinterpreting what this economic pressure means. The economic pressure means that we are going to all of our allies, and this is going to be the greatest coordinated economic isolation in the history of the world. then we are going to them and saying, you are either with us or against us. You want this murderous regime to end. And if you insist on doing business with them, either transferring money, buying their oil, they're doing seaborne ship transfers, then the U.S. Treasury and the U.S. government, they will put its full might and force toward enforcing against you. So it is time for our allies and the rest of the world to make a decision, and we are going to squash the economy of this murderous regime, which that will curtail their ability to project power through their proxies. It will mean that they cannot pay the military, and we have substantial inflation, both food inflation and ordinary inflation in Iran. And what we have seen, I see lots of reports that said, oh, well, this has never worked. It does work because we have a combination. It is a 1-2 punch. We have the blockade, and we are going to have the toughest sanctions in history. And I will tell you, this will work. It worked in Venezuela once we put up the blockade. It is working in Cuba right now, and it is going to work in Iran, and we are going to collapse this regime.
Pretty strong words. Well, we'll see. And how long does that take?
That's just it.
Now, he did say the 1-2 punch thing, which maybe Iran wriggles some more and Trump does something truly over the top in terms of a military strike, along with this massive economic strike, so to speak. I don't know. Problem is, and I have to own up to what I was saying, just thinking politically, this war is still going on by the 4th of July and after.
Yeah.
Got a big problem in the midterms. And here we are. You got a big problem.
I think we got a problem.
Now, I was saying to Jeff Poor yesterday, and I know we're supposed to be like, it's always bad when Democrats win, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Say the Democrats do take the House. What really changes?
My confidence, for one. Confidence in the country will be run halfway decent. But other than that, nah. Just a lot
Oh, no,
gridlock.
we'll have another, government shutdown freak out, right, over the
That's
budget?
what I mean. Everything we've been over already. We've already had.
Trump won't be able to pass a bunch of stuff, but he wasn't able to pass a bunch of stuff even with all the Republicans in there, right?
Thank you.
Get the Save America Act done, Jonathan.
It's a no-brainer, but yeah.
Is Mitch McConnell even still alive? I don't know.
I don't know.
So if you just have the Democrats playing impeachment theater, which is an investigation theater.
Ridiculous, yeah.
Which, I mean.
It gets nothing done, though, man. It just spends money. It's all it does.
Mm-hmm.
Even when, and in this case, I'm not with the Democrats at all on it, but I know we've done that before as Republicans.
Yes.
Nothing ever happens out of it. It becomes theater.
So in the long run, what does this do? It essentially just sets the table for 2020.
Yes.
That's all it does.
It puts everything on the table. We can't get nothing done until then. We'll see who wins.
And who knows what people spin up in the next 2 years. I don't know if I'm ready, Eddie Bader.
You don't think so?
No, there's a part of me, it's like I'm going to go join a monastery.
Go to Patmos. At least I know where it's at.
I don't know if I want to go where John Revelation, that's where he wrote the book of Revelation.
That was a long time ago. Things have changed.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, it's still an island. It's beautiful.
I was more going to check out the place in Marbury.
Well, that's an idea, too. That's more local.
There are a bunch of folks right down
You're
the
just
road.
scared to travel, ain't you, Joey?
Yeah, I'll start small.
Well, anything north of Marbury.
Just a quiet place. Gum. But, I was telling you off air, there is a quiet, you don't have to plug into a lot of the daily rah, 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 rah. And you can still be informed and keep a long-term picture of what's going on in the country and what's going on in your own neighborhood.
How hard is it, though? Because you did them all at one time. How hard was it just to, give me the first 24 hours?
It was easy. For folks who don't know what we're talking about, I deleted all social media apps off my phone.
All right. What about hour 48? Still no problem? It got easier as it went?
No, there are people that try to get in touch with me on Facebook Messenger, and it's not on my phone anymore.
Okay.
So, text me, call me. But no, it wasn't. That's where I kind of finally came to it. It's something we were describing of a mutual friend where he made this decision a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not informative. If anything, it's just I'm tired of seeing everybody's anxieties, everybody's insecurities, and also how crappy everybody is to one another. Even people that are supposed to be friends, just how mean everybody is to everyone on that in that setting.
That's pretty much what he
Occasionally,
said.
there's the palate cleanser, I guess, of a cute cat video or a cute puppy video or those great little animal stories.
Or Eddie video tour in the house. But yeah, I know what you
Or
mean.
we found this old man still working as a greeter at Walmart, and so we made him a millionaire so he could retire or whatever. There are great stuff, great stories out there, but I got tired of seeing the constant, churn. I can look at it on my computer when I prepare for the show. If I really need to look at something, I still have the computer and all those accounts. But always having it there burning in your pocket, burning in your hand, just notification. Even if you don't look at the notifications, it's great to just have it not there. It's been easy because I've noticed it's just quiet.
Nice.
I literally just finished a 1,500-year-old book, Augustine's Confessions, yesterday. And the last 2 chapters are pretty philosophical and heady. Not exactly light reading. But it's I had never done that before. Or I hadn't done that in a long, long time. Read just an old book. And there's something refreshing about doing that. What you find is we're not that different. All those people did the living and dying 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. We're not that different from them. And the problem is we act like we are. We got to recreate the wheel about everything. And it's leading us down a lot of blind alleys instead of just leaning on what used to be common sense tradition.
Right.
And perhaps that's what more folks need to do is just, all right, you don't completely unplug. I don't think you go fully off grid. I think that's foolish. There's a lot of promise to technology. But you don't make it your new hope, so to speak. You don't act like this new mousetrap will solve all my problems.
Yeah, it sounds like you took control of it, where, maybe it wasn't controlling you consciously, but subconsciously, maybe it was, and you've taken control of it by just pushing a button.
Yeah.
No worries no more.
Yeah, and it was just a couple nights ago, I'm like, delete.
Not the worst idea in the world. I think you're doing something right, Joe.
Anyway, 272-9228. Let's see who this is
All
on
right.
line 1. You're on there. Who's this? Hello,
What up,
Eric.
dog?
Hey, man, I thought you were supposed to talk to your friends about your shortcomings.
Well, you
Yeah.
are, and then they kind of make fun of you, but...
Well, I mean...
You talking about the guy with the
bullying
micro
Yeah,
penis?
I wouldn't tell nobody that.
Well, I mean...
Imagine how your friends used to dog you out when you got a bad haircut. So imagine you come to them one day and you go, hey, that haircut ain't the worst thing I got.
Yeah, but you can look at him and go, I can get this fixed. You're still going to be ugly.
But can he? We're fixing to find out. Can he really get it fixed?
Yeah, and it is so funny. You see the photo of him leaning on some wood at a
Eric, he's
lumber
just
mill.
everyday dude that you see every day. I mean, literally, he's just an
And
everyday
tattoos
looking
on
dude. Yeah.
sleeves on his arms of tattoos.
For
and
somebody with
big old
that kind of
beard.
problem, he looks pretty happy.
Dude, I
I'll be
wonder if that's
honest.
copay.
Maybe there's some secret to
Yeah,
that.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Wonder what the copay is for that one.
Ooh. I don't think that's going to be the standard $25.
Montgomery Just for Men got a side gig going over there.
Oh, sure. Sure.
It's I don't know that story. Well, he needed the money to get the surgery, so he's like, I'm going
to tell the
Let's
world.
talk about using what you got or what you don't got.
How long did it take him to raise that much money? 'Cause how much embarrassment can you... everybody's...
Now, at a certain point, you jump in and the water's fine.
It ain't going to get no colder.
I mean, is he gonna change careers after this? I mean, what?
I don't think so. I got a feeling there's no big career future for him at in any kind of movies or anything. No.
Yeah, no, and it's not something you necessarily brag about. It's like, guys, my penis is no longer an innie.
I'm average.
It's like, you know what, dude? Stop talking about that. I'm tired of you talking about
Yeah, eventually you would have no friends because everybody's like, dude, I'm so sick of hearing about it, man.
He's going to be the guy over at the bar, 2-3 beers in, you're talking to this normal dude. He's like, hey, you want to hear a story?
Hey, there are so many jokes about that, like literal jokes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
For those just tuning in, there was a story of a North Carolina man who announced on social media he has the world's smallest penis. It was 0.38 inch, and he just had a procedure to where he could actually use the bathroom and not have to wear a diaper, and he was telling the whole world about it.
Couldn't you just get a straw?
Eddie Bader.
You
just don't need to say things.
I just got so many questions.
A straw? Wouldn't you rather use like a funnel?
I'd start with a funnel, but you had to start. I mean, yeah, funnel, but start with a straw to work. But you got to learn your lesson, kind of thing.
That's a straw. Not that accurate.
If it's that small, you don't want to bring a big old giant funnel over there.
Or are you thinking like one of those big like sugar straw things, like not a drinking straw?
Think of the crazy straw.
It's crazy straw. Yeah, crazy straw.
You're the one with the loop-de-loops in it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, I figured out how to solve the city's money problems.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll just start one of those. We're going to make the city better, and the people we get to run it, we'll just let them do their entrepreneurial, and we'll just get a cut. I mean, that guy had $30,000 in his pocket. I mean, clearly he knows how to run a business.
I don't know if he really knows how, because you shouldn't walk around with that kind of cash in your pocket if you're an entrepreneur. I mean, unless you're trying to make change.
Unless you're a drug dealer.
There we go.
Well, I mean, you have to be a state-sanctioned drug dealer. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can be one of those guys. I don't know, man. That whole thing.
No, what you do is you open up a restaurant or a car wash.
No, yeah, car wash.
Joey,
car wash.
Giving it all away. There's a lot of car washes and restaurants in Montgomery. Stop doing
I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but I've just noticed a lot of them.
A lot of mattress stores here, Joey. Cut that out.
I'll buy it if somebody wants to get in touch with me and needs some little help. I'm not opposed to creative accounting.
Oh, I see. Thus, you're not an accountant.
Oh, no, I'm a painter. But I do like it when I paint green, though. That is great. That's a fantastic color.
100%, baby. 100%.
All right, y'all. I ain't going to waste no more of your time.
All right, buddy.
Love y'all show. Talk to y'all later.
See you, bro.
Adios. 272-9228. 334-272-9228.
You know that really cool boat I'm bragging about that we bought? She just sold it. I think I've taken it out twice this summer, and my boat has been sold.
Damn, Eddie Bader. Well, you should have just kept your name on the title.
Yeah, that'd probably been more an idea, Joey.
Anyway, this part of the program brought to you by James Cole and Cole Plumbing. And I don't know if James and Seam can help you with that issue, but they could probably help you with a plumbing issue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen them do it.
Yeah?
Yeah. And they've helped me. They've helped my mom. They've helped my neighbors.
I like that.
And the nicest part was, like we talk about, they don't have to dig big old holes in the yard. They don't have to dig a big old hole in your house. You know, if you got a little leaky, like PEX, that's a big problem now. PEX is popping.
It's another good nickname, Little Leaky, for that fella with the problem.
Yes. Anyway, PEX is a problem. A lot of people have PEX in their house, and it's popping. And you don't see it just behind your wall. You end up with a pinhole in there, and all of a sudden you see the water coming out your floorboard. Well, they have that type of pipeline technology that can reline that pipe. You don't have that leak no more.
Yeah, proprietary pipeline technology. They can get in there with precision and expertise, folks. Or they can fix like a toilet flapper that's broken you don't know how to do. Or unclog a drain.
Or you know what? My wife the other day broke the handle on the toilet. And she's like, I wouldn't know what to do. It's literally just a few bolts, but if you don't know what to do.
Cole Plumbing.
Yep.
Y'all check them out today. You can always go to coleplumbing.com or just give them a call at 279-8919. That's 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl,
call on Cole, Joey.
We'll be right back after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. How to find the right mortgage lender. Most of all single-family sales involve obtaining a mortgage loan to finance the sale. How do you know you have the right lender? First, always use a local lender. There is no out-of-state lender that can match the services and the interest prices your local lender can provide to you here. We have many good quality lenders to choose from here in the River Region. Some guidelines for a buyer would be, 1, can I meet face-to-face with the lender, get to know that person before I turn over all my personal information to a complete stranger? Next, depending on your needs and price range, try to get more than one option with financing to choose from. Very important to know what are all the closing costs and prepaid costs up front so I can make an informed decision on which program to use. For help with a list of top lenders, call Bo Goodson for help. Bo Goodson, 221-2883 at the Goodson Group.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
I suffered with plantar fasciitis for almost 20 years. I would try drugstore insoles and supports.
If you suffer with plantar fasciitis, we know the search for pain relief can feel like a hopeless ordeal.
I've been through surgeries, foot injections. I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life.
At the Good Feet store, we hear stories every day of all kinds of cheap inserts, expensive shoes, and other failed remedies people have tried that just didn't work.
I was trying all different things. Not a single one worked. And then I was driving past the Good Feet store, and I thought, why not? Give it a try. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet. Then it was like, okay, this is different. These make a difference.
I'm so glad I met Good Feet. That changed my life.
Don't lose hope. Give the Good Feet store a try.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
Beyond the Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Shane Butler. Growing up in Elmore County.
I grew up here. I lived here as a kid. I experienced the weather here. So I have knowledge that goes way back. You know, I experienced my first tornado as a kid. I was probably about 11 years old and eclectic. Writing that out and experiencing that really gave me the passion about weather. We made it through it, and it gave me an experience that I'll carry in a lifetime.
Shane Butler, part of the Action 8 weather team, your weather authority.
At Alabama Home Mortgage, serving veterans isn't a marketing slogan. It's personal. Every employee at Alabama Home Mortgage is either the child of a veteran or the spouse of one. We understand what it means to serve, to sacrifice, and to put others first. We're deeply thankful for the trust so many veterans have placed in us over the years, but we're not done yet because there are still far too many veterans who haven't taken advantage of the VA home loan benefits they've earned. Yes, parts of the VA system are broken, but the VA mortgage is not. It remains one of the strongest home financing options available, offering benefits like no down payment for purchases and 100% cash out refinance. You earn this benefit. From our military families to yours, thank you. It is our honor to serve you. Give us a call today at Alabama Home Mortgage, 334-567-4223, or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a man from outer space.
What's up, Earthling?
I see you've landed your spacecraft over there in that field.
That's right, man.
My question is, why have you landed here on our planet?
I came to see David Ernest.
The asset preservationist?
Yeah, man. I wanted to see if he would take a look at my portfolio for me.
Well, before you make the trip over there, call him on his toll-free number, 833-596-7233.
And I understand those last 4 digits spell out the word safe.
That is correct.
Funny thing happened the last time I came to Earth.
What was that?
I went to the Walmart, man.
Yes?
And I accidentally went in the back door.
How did that work out?
Well, they stopped me and very gently told me that I needed to go around front and come in.
And then what did you do?
I said, cool, man. Take me to your greeter.
You flew millions of miles just for that.
Hey, man, I don't ride them. I just read them.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is #1 in the #2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Victoryland.
Giveaways galore all summer long. Diamond Days Diamond Jewelry Giveaway and TV Tuesdays TV Giveaway with $185,000 in free play at Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too. Victoryland Casino off I-85 exit 22 Shorter, Alabama.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The relentless August heat continues, and the rain chances are not zero, but rather small this evening. We'll have an overnight low temperature in the mid-70s. Now, tomorrow, the rain chances are a bit better in the afternoon and evening hours. Still random storms on Friday, but a more generous supply. Better odds of getting wet, with a high temperature again in the upper 90s, and then expect middle 90s for highs on Saturday and Sunday, with only widely scattered storms. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader here in the studio.
How you doing, Joey?
I'm all right. I'm actually doing great. You know, all the stuff, all the personal stuff. Despite all the ups and downs of it, I'm doing better than I have in a long time.
I think you're on the up. You're doing pretty good, bro.
But we hadn't talked about Goose in a while. Lieutenant Governor Will Ainsworth. He's excoriating Democrat gubernatorial nominee Doug.
Really?
Doug Jones. You ever watch that cartoon? Doug?
Oh, Doug, and Doug? Yeah.
No. Just
the Doug. That was back when Justin was little, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was my generation. Like Doug and Skeeter.
Yeah,
and
Skeeter.
Roger and Patty Mayonnaise and all, and the Beats.
Patty was lesbian.
You think so? I don't know about that. You're taking away a lot of hopes and dreams. You're going to tell me that Topanga's a lesbian too?
No, but I cannot tell you the things about Topanga.
The Pink Power Rangers also, Les?
No, but Velma was.
Just because she was a nerd?
No, she was straight up Les.
How do you know that? It's a cartoon, Eddie Bader. Stop sexualizing children's
I asked her out, and she said no, so she had to be gay.
Wait, the real life Velma. Okay. Sure. Anyway. But Will Ainsworth, anyway, is excoriating Doug Jones and accusing him, the former U.S. Senator, of conducting a dirty campaign against his opponent in Alabama's upcoming gubernatorial elections against Senator Tuberville. According to Ainsworth, Jones is intentionally lying to voters about Tuberville's position on the RSA. Yeah, because that's what Democrats have done for a long, long time.
Thank you.
Like, anytime you mention, like, say, maybe Social Security isn't financially sound, he wants to take
taking your Social Security away.
He wants to take your benefits, old people.
Yep.
They've been scaring old people for a long, long time in this country. You know why? Because old people scare easy.
Yeah, it works. It works.
And it's miserable.
Plus, if somebody was threatening to take away your paycheck, you'd get a little excited too.
I suppose. Doug Jones claims to be a truth teller and the moral conscience of Alabama, but he's flat out lying and running a dirty campaign against Coach, wrote Ainsworth on X. Just this week, Jones lied to voters by saying Coach would privatize RSA. Dishonest Democrat Doug lacks the character to be governor, said Ainsworth. Jones recently said to Tuberville, if Tommy Tuberville believes Social Security is a scam, he's coming for your state retirement. So that's pretty good Doug Jones, by the way.
Yes.
He's kind of more up here.
Yeah, a little bit higher.
He's not quite the lilt. And rest in peace, Lindsay. Rest in peace. But Doug is he's a little more up here. He will want to privatize the state retirement system and get rid of the retirement system of Alabama and put it all in the hands of people in New York that are his buddies that are donating to his campaign that can make money. We got to tell Tommy Tuberville, hands off RSA.
New York City?
I mean, you got all these old people, hands off RSA.
Yep. I have seen a couple of them. I didn't know what they were complaining about.
Take social media off your phone. That's what I have to say to them. In fact, delete your accounts altogether. And go play with your grandchildren.
They're in school now. Although I am going to start taking over the classroom.
Take them out of school, go get some ice cream. They ain't missing something for a day.
I got to take a background check to go on the field trips now. It's me.
But Tuberville promptly responded to Jones' accusations, shutting down any talk of privatization. So if Doug is more up here, like in this, I think Coach is If anyone wants to know what I think about RSA, I can't quite do a good coach. Sorry, Coach. No, I wouldn't privatize RSA. I'd hold it up as an example of what the federal government ought to do. Alabama has a retirement system built around contributions, investments, accountability, and a requirement that government funds what it promises its workers. That's what working people ought to be able to count on, and Alabama is fortunate that our leaders demand that kind of accountability. Tuberville added, Alabama faces the numbers. Washington kicks the can down the road.
Mm-hmm.
If it's wrong, I call it wrong. If it's working, I'll say it's working. RSA works. Social Security is headed for trouble. Doug Jones can play politics with that. I'd rather fix it.
I love that.
Of course, Tuberville and Jones will face off on November 3rd.
You're still saying Jones is going to get 30%?
Probably, yeah, something like that. But 70-30 is not, that's a pretty dominant whooping.
Oh, definitely, but I just don't think he's going to go that. I'm surprised he'll get more votes than Jamel.
Yeah?
He got 15,000. Jamel Brown did.
I think he's got some issues, by the way.
You think? Yeah, I think, my friend.
Like every aspect of life.
Yeah, I think.
Pray for that man. And I'm not joking.
Not joking at all.
I'm worried about that. That's another reason I got off a lot of social media. You see that fella, and he's not alone. You see a lot of characters like that where it's for people's entertainment in the short term. Everybody's laughing in the short term.
But it always ends up ugly.
And I was one of those people laughing along and blah, 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 blah. And then you see, like, well, where does it go from here? Oh, Trump and First Lady are about to make an announcement. Melania unveils no plan to help foster kids. I work my ass off and build the White House with Christmas decorations, and nobody cares. So I'm going to help the foster kids. We are beginning a new era by challenges with robotics and industries that have yet to be imagined. But America's greatest competitive advantage remains its own people.
She looks fabulous, by the way.
Melania looks great.
The hair, the collar, she looks marvelous.
Oh, she's fireworks on the 4th.
Yeah.
There's no denying that. And that's so funny. It's like all these fashion magazines, like they'll do a thing for Michelle Obama. They'll do a thing for like Laura Bush.
But you actually got fire?
Then you have a literal supermodel. Like, she's nothing. She's just so fake. The fashion industry is calling something fake. Okay.
Mm-hmm. No, she is something.
Our mission is simple yet inspirational. Provide every young person from the foster community a chance to earn a college education, launch a meaningful career, and achieve lasting financial independence. That's what I'm literally reading the closed captioning. Yeah.
I don't think she'd appreciate that.
Well,
you have a little bit too much
it's a little
German.
exaggerated.
You throw a little German out there.
It all mixes together. I don't want it to be too Russian.
I'm just saying.
That is that's a fierce look.
She looks great.
I'm not pop collar.
The pop collar.
Is the pop collar coming back?
I try to pop mine all the time, but I'm quickly.
This collar doesn't really pop.
That's the other problem is you
flimsy.
half will and half won't.
Yeah.
But no, that's a really good look for her.
Yeah, and then she's got the hair down.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what will keep up the pop collar.
The chestnut hair.
I put my hair underneath the collar here.
I know she's got extensions put in.
Oh, you think those are extensions?
Yeah.
Why do you know that? Do you have
just-
experience putting those in?
I've just seen a lot of them.
You've seen a lot of them.
I've seen a lot of them, and they're pretty now. I mean, look at that.
No, I look hideous. She looks
You
great.
need me to do your extensions, Joey?
No, I'm gonna let it be all natural.
Okay.
Anyway.
How about a rat tail?
Ew. Eddie Bader.
Take all
this ain't the 80s, baby.
Too bad.
Eddie probably had a rat tail listening to Right Said Fred.
Dude, I had a rat tail. I don't think I listened to Right Said Fred. It was more like Rat was the band I listened to.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you just told folks. When really it was Judas Priest.
Turbo Lover. I'm your Turbo Lover.
This part of the program brought to you by Dylan Rings. And they're at Dylan Rings. Josh and Leslie Ryder are ready to help you out across the board with your jewelry needs.
That's
and
right.
Of course, they have a great inventory. Go check out the inventory Leslie puts together, from high-end pieces, one-of-a-kind pieces, to everyday items, say like starter sets or like charm bracelets, all sorts of fun stuff. Or it could be stuff that looks great you want to wear out, but you don't want to wear your finest out when you know you're going to be drinking a little bit, partying a little bit with the gals. You want something that looks good, but not something that's going to break your heart if you say mess it up. And, of course, maybe you do mess up something nice. Well, they can repair things there at Dillon Rings. They can also give it a spa treatment so it shines and shimmers like it's brand new.
Clean it up.
Again, and, of course, they do custom design work. And I've, this pendant I have around my neck. Josh Ryder made it from scratch. Like, I gave him the general idea, showed him some of the sacred art, and he, was able to put this together.
That's beautiful, man.
Did a beautiful job with it. I still love it to this day. One of these days I'm going to give it away. That's the plan. I still have that in the back of my mind.
I see.
It could be tomorrow, Eddie Bader.
I don't think it'll be tomorrow.
It could be 2 years from now. Who knows?
Going under 2 years from now.
Oh. So if y'all are looking for custom design work, great selection, repairs, appraisals, they buy old jewelry off. They even watery.
Watery batch.
I turned into Greg Vidal with his spoonerism.
You want me to do it?
Battery replacement for your watches. They could do that.
They sure can. And not a lot of people can do that anymore. Used to, you could go to your local, what we used to call the dime store. You don't have that anymore.
Check them out today. Just stop by 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway, and be sure to tell them Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Hey there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. Our partnership with Blue Water Broadcasting has reached thousands of listeners in the river region. People listen. People call. Now, there's mortgage savings for us all.
Radio works. It's as simple as that. Call us to find out how radio can work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
The premier place the river region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
So Melania Trump just announced foster kid scholarships.
Don't have an issue with that at all.
No, people find some reason not like it.
Come on.
Who's that nerd?
I don't know, but he is a nerd.
Anyway, this part of the program brought to you by Prattville Carpet.
Yeah, buddy.
And they're at Prattville Carpet. Ray Bowles and the old team ready to help you with new carpet, of course, in the name, but any sort of resurface job.
That's right. You could be looking for hardwood flooring.
Yeah.
You could be looking for, what's that, laminate?
Laminate is, and the new laminate product is a lot better than that crap they were laying down in the 90s.
Yeah, or you do ceramic tile. There's some beautiful ceramic out there. And one of the things I'm telling you is coming in the future. If you're thinking about getting a bathroom redone, heated floors. We're the only one. I mean, here in the U.S., we're way behind on that. But other places I've gone to that have the heated floors in the winter, it's amazing, and they can do it. And it will bring some true value to your house. Plus, not only that, in the wintertime, folks, especially in the wintertime, you get out of the shower, who wants to step on that wet, cold floor? A warm floor makes a huge difference, man.
So y'all check out Prattville Carpet today. Just call them up at 285-8117. They'll come out and do a free in-home measurement. You pick out the product you want to lay down. They get the job done, just that simple. And when you call them at 285-8117, be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie those fellas on the radio sent you. So did we learn anything today?
Ooh, learned quite a bit today. Melania's hair is great today.
Yeah, she was looking fierce
She's
today.
looking great today.
That's not one bottle hair. You better believe
No,
it.
but although that was a quote given to me back to me several times yesterday, so you did have a good one.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. That,
Well,
this
I'm
is
just
not
being-
one bottle hair.
I'm being honest. I knew
love
you'd get a kick out of it.
I
too.
love that, though. I mean, that was a great bonding experience, I think, for all of you.
I knew that one would tickle Eddie. We learned about the fellow in North Carolina with the tiny thing.
But things are getting better for him, I think.
Though he has not seen the final result of the surgery, he is he thinks it's still a
hopeful.
success.
But he's still wearing a diaper.
For now.
Yeah, he has to.
For now. We learned about the... finally, a bark from Mitt
Shut up, Mitt.
this whole time.
Come here. I guess Greg's getting here.
Okay. Finally. He's been so quiet
He
for
has.
days.
He is.
Hey there, Mitt.
He's a tiger, man. He's a tiger.
Hey there, buddy.
Tell you, he
we've
chased
had-
off this 40-pound dog today. It was hysterical.
Mitt, where are you?
Where'd he go?
Come here. Come here. Come on up. Yeah, and this is what I've learned. I love having Mitt the dog in the studio.
Oh, he's a good look for you
What
there.
a good boy.
Good look for you. Kind of hides your stomach
Good
a little
boy.
bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joy. Sorry, just hating on you, brother.
Hide my stomach.
I'm just hating on you, brother. I remember you used to have a belly like mine.
Yeah, I know.
Wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. Anyway, we're pretty much out of time.
I think so.
And I don't know what more to say other than thanks for being here, Mitt.
It's Mitt's last day unless I'm babysitting, so.
Well, he's always welcome.
Good to hear. Yeah, he's a very good studio dog, isn't he?
Yeah. Say goodbye, Mitt.
Yep.
Any parting words?
Nothing.
I guess not.
No.
All right.
Hate that.
All right. We'll be back. Well, I'll be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow, that's right.
I think I got Carico here. In the
Oh,
studio
good deal.
with me. Yeah.
Excellent,
You're
man.
going to be real estating or something?
I'll be real estating tomorrow, and then I think I'm going to try to take the last ride in that boat. I was told you it just got sold
Okay.
out from under me.
Yeah, should have just kept the name on your name on the title. But
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let that be a lesson to you.
Y'all stay tuned. Happy Hour's next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy.